One minute, we are having some technical difficulties. Sorry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Thank you guys for joining us this weekend for Rumboyz After Dark. This is a special mini Black Friday get-together shindig type of deal. Happy holidays from us to you and yours. Happy Thanksgiving, all that good stuff. Hopefully no one beat the piss out of anyone for a brand new TV or the last PS5 that was available. No felony charges out there in the live stream. Hopefully everyone is well and alive and safe with their families and eating leftovers and ready to fucking drink with us. Let's go, dilly dilly. This show is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight and the Monkey Knife Fight app, promo code Rumboyz, and the SportsMe app. Links are in the description. Make sure that you guys check them out. Join us over there on the SportsMe app and also on the Monkey Knife Fight app for all of your daily fantasy prop needs. Promo code Rumboyz. Let's go ahead and get into bringing the cast and crew up on here. You already know what to do. First things first, give it up for Drop the Mic FF.
What's up, Robbie? Thanksgiving weekend. I'm still full from turkey, but I'm ready to roll.
I'm ready to fucking go, bro. I'm ready to do this. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, give it up for Raji Harris.
So, boys, how we doing tonight?
Ready to fucking rock. Ready to
go,
go,
Raj.
Let's get it.
And then last but certainly not least, well, we're just going with the four paneler tonight. Give it up for Taco TDS.
What up, no? How's everybody doing? I'm feeling great after a nice Taco Bell session. You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm mad that it's the day after fucking Thanksgiving and you ate Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'm upset at you.
I am not gonna lie to you. I had like Thanksgiving stuff at lunch. And then on the way back, I was like, I need to be ready for the Rumboyz, so I need to get something to go. So I grabbed me a little Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
I feel it. I understand. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What to do? Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
And it wasn't that I forgot how to start the fucking stream, Rod, you dumbass. Fucking the studio reset with everything, so I was like, oh shit, I forgot I don't have that intro loaded in. And like my ass, like normal, was just like ready to fucking rock and roll. Turd. Just gonna freaking try and roast me in the comment section while I was getting things set up. Said technical difficulties. Gosh, cut me some slack. Yesterday we had a couple of football games, so tonight's show is going to be a little bit different because, like, our Thursday takeaway session is going to be comprised of all three games. You know, we're going to go game by game. Okay. Yesterday, Detroit remains winless. Our dumbasses really thought that they were going to pull it out. Detroit remains winless as Matt Nagy is still employed. He's still currently employed. Which is more likely to happen first? A Detroit Lions win or a Matt Nagy fire at this fucking rate? Mike, go ahead.
Easily, it's going to be the Lions win because they're close. I honestly think if they had DeAndre Swift, it would have been a win. The other reason is old lady McCaskey pretty much went into the team and said, "You're not doing diddly squat." My dad's franchise has not fired a head coach in the middle of the season ever, and they're not going to this year. I think with all the drama and everyone almost like supporting him, like, oh, you shouldn't have done it on Thanksgiving week and all that stuff through the media. I think he's going to save his job until the end of the year, and he's not going to get fired. But the Lions will win a game, and I said a game.
They chanted "Fire Nagy" at Matt Nagy's son's high school football game. Holy shit!
So depressing. That's fucked up.
That's messed up.
Classy. I low key kind of think that's hilarious. Actually, I know that the rest of like the Twitterverse would be like, "Oh my gosh, how could you?" But I'm from the '90s, baby, and we go hard. So yeah, that's kind of funny. Raj, your take on?
I'm also going with the Detroit Lions win. I mean, like Matt. Sorry, Mike. Like Mike said, they're fucking close.
Great job.
They are
Great
very.
job.
Shut up. They're close to winning a game. I mean, they almost beat my fucking Steelers. No comment about that. Their kicker fucked them over. But yeah, like I said, the fucking Bears love Matt. I mean, I don't know if they love Matt Nagy or not, but
no.
Same thing you brought up. They've never fired.
I don't think they love Matt Nagy. People don't go to your son's
If they didn't like
and
Matt, no. If the Bears organization did not like Matt Nagy, he would have been fired like 2 years ago. Let's be real.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, he'll eventually get fired. I hope for the sake of the organization. But the Detroit Lions are gonna. I mean, I hope the Detroit Lions win a game first.
Well, you messing up Mike's name, and then you talking about me not knowing how to set a stream. Let's hope that you still have. Taco.
All right, so
what's likely to happen?
I think honestly, it's going to be Matt Nagy getting fired, because I don't think he makes it out of the offseason. I don't think the Lions win a game this season. They're facing the Vikings, the Broncos, the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Seahawks, and the Packers. Maybe
some of those are beatable games.
The Falcons, maybe, but that's
Falcons.
That's it.
And I feel like they could beat the Broncos.
By then, the Seahawks, I feel like, are going to be rolling. Russell Wilson will be fine.
Tennessee lost to the Jets. Remember that.
I agree with you.
I agree
with you, but Jared Goff looks like another level of awful. And that whole offense is pathetic. They don't even know what they're doing. The play calling is inept. The team is all I could say is that cornerback who made the interception in the end zone. He's having a good year.
They have a decent defense. The defense is there. Defense is there. Offense cannot put up points.
But you know what? As a Giant who's now kind of seen that, where you have a decent defense and an offense that can't do shit, and their offense can do worse than ours.
But okay.
I don't. Their offense is worse than ours even, and that's saying something. You know what I mean? I don't see them winning a game. Jared Goff is the worst quarterback.
What up, Matt?
Right now.
What's up, Matt?
Who's the worst quarterback than Jared Goff?
So there isn't one right now currently. That's not currently actively starting. Okay.
Right.
What I will say is it ain't gonna happen this year, and I don't know when it's gonna happen next year. So I am gonna take Matt Nagy to get fired before the Detroit Lions. Because I don't think it's happening this year that they get a win.
Yeah.
And like you said, Mike, they do not fire a coach in the middle of the season. So it'll be during the offseason. He'll last this season.
Yeah, see, basically what it is you two on the one side of the screen think the Lions aren't going to win, and me and Raj think they're going to win one.
Hey, go Lions, baby. That's my second team. Let's fucking go.
That's pathetic, bro.
And,
I don't think they win that one this year.
Taco, aren't you a Giants fan, bro?
Yes.
I know, but that's because I live here. How could you willingly pick
Trevor
a team?
Simmons?
Okay, because I live basically in Detroit.
Yeah.
That's my second team.
I'm sorry.
That's my proximity team.
I feel you, man. I understand. I'm a Knicks fan.
The one thing I want to bring up that Raj asked about, if the Bears organization didn't like him, they would have fired him 2 years ago. The only reason I don't think he's already been fired is because
he was a coach of the year once. He was AP coach of the year once.
But the main reason I think isn't even that. I think it's because the very first decision that Ryan Pace ever made as the GM was signing Matt Nagy as the head coach. And he knows that if he fires him, he's admitting that he made the wrong decision. That's why they're both going to be fired on the same day. That's say after the season's over.
But think about how messed that is. Like, if you know you made a bad decision, how could you be afraid to correct it because people think, "Oh, you messed up, and now you're trying to fix it"? Like,
there's so I don't think that is as much on pace as this was. Just Nagy could not get shit together. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the way that I chuck up Nagy's record, not once but twice you fucked up with rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Trubisky and then and Fields. And with the way that things have gone this year, I question I question all the time, was Trubisky as bad as as maybe that system made him look?
I think he's better than that. I mean, I think
What's happening
same
there
thing.
now?
Same thing. I think it's the same thing with Haskins. If Haskins gets
No,
a chance to be start, he's gonna look better than he did.
there's a good chance Trubisky.
No, Haskins
I
looked
think
like
so.
shit in the fucking preseason.
He didn't though.
Haskins
really
can't
did
even
not.
read a fucking playbook. Still cannot read a playbook.
Last time I checked, the last game he played for them, he threw for like 300 yards. The coach was mad because he was playing good and he was celebrating, and then he never came back in. So it's not like his last game was terrible, but
That wasn't for Pittsburgh.
That was the thing is, the last game he started, he threw 300 yards. He was a young player. It was his first good game of his career.
Yep.
But the team was losing, so he celebrated, and the coach got mad at him.
I have plenty of fucking reasons to hate Haskins. Homie cannot even. Do you know why you guys started Mason Rudolph and not Haskins? Because he still cannot read a playbook. The organization came out and admitted it. He sat on the fucking sidelines during pregame warmups when there was a chance that he could have started, and threw like a couple passes, then went on his phone and started going through his fucking Snapchat. The dude was cocky and arrogant when I met him, and I sat down and I interviewed him. He's cocky and arrogant when he played for Washington. Got his one fucking win, and it was like what you were talking about, Taco. Goes off the field and is like, "Oh, like I played well." Like, bro, shut the fuck up. You beat the Lions.
And no, I think they lost the
team
game
they were
too.
talking about.
That's what it was.
The game
because he had the first good game of his career, and they were losing, and he was celebrating. He's a young player.
Yeah,
and
we lost
his first good game,
and we lost,
and they were losing, so he got pulled because he celebrated for having a good game.
Yeah. Like, bro, like we're losing. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, homie has character issues.
I mean, it's a fucking young player. Like, what do you?
When's
really
the last
expect?
time? When's the last time Ohio State QB worked out in the NFL?
Joe Burrow.
Does that really?
Joe Burrow's an LSU quarterback. He did not graduate from
Ohio
State.
Okay, but like he was there.
No, he left because the quarterback system was trash.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but he was technically an Ohio State quarterback.
No, not the same thing. Literally not.
I know.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, he did attend Ohio State at some point.
So. Quick question then.
Here's the thing where you bury before you get in your question, Taco. Here's where you buried yourself in that take. He's a Steeler now, so that's where you're like defend.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Hey, whatever. Also.
So where do you see Mitch Trubisky ending up next year? Because he's gonna go somewhere.
He's
Pittsburgh
in Buffalo now.
Steelers.
He's in Buffalo now, and I think that his best thing is to remain a backup. I mean, if not,
but why not get his chance?
I think
take a minimum in Washington for a little while because Washington isn't where right. This isn't a draft where you draft a QB. So you're right, Taco. He'll go somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I could see him get
Detroit
a
Lions.
2-year deal, kind of get a shot to like do something.
The Eagles.
I'm not gonna put any potential quarterback in the driver's seat for the Detroit Lions. That's not a rookie.
True.
Just because I don't want to wish that on no journeyman.
You can't even do that to a rookie because like let's look at what's going on with Lawrence and Wilson. Are they even learning? Are they even really getting better? Is it when they're
Lawrence
ready to
isn't
go? Are
learning
they going to be broken?
because his coach is a fucking rookie NFL
Dude.
coach. You're having a rookie coach a fucking rookie. What sense does that make? That's a blind leading the blind. That's like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder walking down the fucking street in the middle of the goddamn traffic and highway.
Bro, it's so bad.
Fucking holding hands.
Bro, it's the same thing with Zach Wilson and Robert Saleh. It's a rookie with a rookie.
Yeah.
I mean, but at least Robert Saleh has NFL experience.
Yeah,
But at
Robert
least-
Saleh at least has NFL experience.
Oh,
That's
dude,
that's
come
not
on.
the same thing.
So, Urban Meyer had more experience leading quarterbacks than leading champions.
Hey.
No,
Yeah,
no,
in
no,
college.
no,
It's
no.
Don't even
no.
go there.
What
Different
the
game.
fuck?
Different game.
Nick
It's
Saban couldn't do it in the NFL, so who in the fuck thinks that freaking Urban Meyer will?
Meyer
Who was
can,
his quarterback?
exactly.
Who's the last successful college coach to come over to the NFL? Pete Carroll, I think.
Yeah, Pete Carroll.
Other than that, it's-
No, Matt Rule.
Pat
Matt
Carroll.
Rule's-
He's not successful
He is
yet in the
not
NFL.
successful.
I mean,
Pete Carroll has won
all
a
things
ring.
considering, I would say the Panthers are.
Wait, the fact that he's kept his job,
That's a shit
sure,
take.
he's
I don't
successful,
want
but
to
like
hear this.
No,
an actual successful like playoff success,
Yeah.
won a ring, whatever. It's only Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
Past,
it's only
20
Pete
years,
Carroll. It's
past at
only
least
Pete
20,
Carroll.
30 years or something
Yeah.
like that, right? Like, at the very least.
Jimmy
Fucking
Johnson
Matt Rule.
was the last one after that, probably.
Yeah, before that, yeah.
Yeah, before that he was.
What
the
about
only-
the dude from Arizona, Cliff Kingsbury? He's going to be the next.
Yeah, he'll be the next
Maybe.
one, but he
Not
still
yet.
hasn't had any playoff success. So
He hasn't had a
once that
playoff win.
happens, which they probably will this year, depending on if
Yeah.
Kyler's going to stop being a bitch and come back.
Oh, what about Hopkins?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I'm pissed off because he fucked in my
wow.
SFB team. All right, I would have won 3 straight weeks if it wasn't for that motherfucker. Right?
You wouldn't
That's all I'm
beat me,
saying.
bro.
Don't even start with SFB teams. Me and Robbie got Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry?
Robbie
Like, come
or
on.
Taco. I lost by 15 points. All right, Kyler would have dropped 15.
Oh,
You know what
Don't
you
be
teach
like that.
yourself
Don't
is
be
to
like
play
sorry.
fantasy
You
football.
don't know, bro.
No,
You
let's
don't know.
no. Both of you two.
He was
no,
averaging like 30
no.
points on the year. Come on,
No.
fair.
Okay, so
Second
we're
place,
all
baby.
so
6.
that's how we feel
He wasn't
about the whole Detroit and Bears situation yesterday. If you take every rookie QB besides Mac Jones, add up the games with 100+ passer rating, they don't even come close to Davis Mills. Little fun
That's
fact.
honestly pretty fun.
Exactly.
I'm
yeah.
here for it. That's
So
fucking
bad.
hilarious.
Yep. This we know. This I know. I should say this I know. I don't know if everyone else. Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was something close. Like that.
What up, Justin? What up?
What's up, Justin?
Yo, Justin.
First time ever the Lakers are mostly healthy. Good. Well, this season ever, but yeah.
Anyways,
Fuck the Raptors.
hey, we got Scotty Barnes. All right, that's all you need to know.
We got Max McClung. Suck it.
Wow.
Yeah,
We're just gonna fucking start throwing out
he dunked a couple
nobodies.
times in high school. That's about it, eh?
So yesterday, all right. Joy to the world. The Cowboys have lost. The Cowboys have lost 3 of their last 4 games. And like we always say here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, November, December, Dallas will Dallas. With that said, should fans begin to worry about their Super Bowl aspirations, or is Dallas still safe for the most part? Taco.
Well, I think their Super Bowl aspirations were a little bit early. Because let's be honest, a lot of us thought coming into the season they probably win the division, but realistically, Super Bowl, no. You know, I think we all thought their defense would be a lot worse than it was. Micah Parsons looks legit, but their running game looks way more suspect than I think we could have imagined. And when you look at this remaining schedule that they have a game versus the Giants, game versus Washington, 2 games versus Washington. They basically played a division to close this bad boy out. So I think they win the division, but I don't see them Super Bowl. No, doesn't look like it at all.
Raj.
I think I agree with Taco. Worry about the Super Bowl aspirations. I mean, a realistic fan didn't have Super Bowl aspirations after these past couple of weeks. But
Dallas has realistic
average.
fans?
I said the average Dallas fan still thinks they're a Super Bowl contender. They still think they're gonna fucking blow out every team they play. I actually have a friend who every week, so at the beginning of the season, after the Cowboys lost the first game, he said, "Oh, waiting for the Cowboys to go 16-1," and he sends it every week after they win. And then as soon as they started losing, not a fucking text from that guy. All right, and that's just how Dallas fans are. They're very reactionary, and I think Dallas fans won't worry that the Super Bowl aspirations are fucking slowly dying out or slowly burning out because they're just unrealistic. That's all it is. So will Dallas be a Super Bowl contender this year? No. Do Dallas fans have to worry? No, because they're stupid. Simple as that.
Mike, what you got? I like that. I like the way that you ended that one. Yeah, no, because they're stupid. You're right about that, Raj. What you got?
I can't believe I actually agree. I believe I agree with Raj. I can't believe I agree with Taco. That's the problem in my thought process. I mean, if me and Taco agree, might be something wrong. But yeah, I mean, I never thought this team had Super Bowl aspirations yet. I still wanted to see it in December, like you said, because in December, Cowboys will be Cowboys. I am afraid of this running game. I thought it would be a little more potent. I'm glad in one league I did have to trade away Zeke, and I got away with it because I was afraid I was going to be getting the raw end of the stick on that trade. But this division is still theirs. So and the biggest thing to me is once you get into the tournament, anything can happen. They could be one of the teams that has to play that extra game and stay hot. I don't see it, but I don't see it happening. I want to see more, but I'm not scared if I'm a Cowboy fan.
They're the biggest fucking frauds heading into the playoffs. Okay, look, you got
okay. Keep in mind you are Washington.
Whoa. Okay, how you play in November and December determines how you play in the playoffs. Raj, you're a Steelers fan. You know this. How the Steelers amassed their most recent rings, getting hot in November and December.
Wasn't that one? I'll bring another team up that I can't stand. I can't believe I'm bringing it up. What about that team with Tom Coughlin?
Yeah, Taco. I'm about to get there. Taco. What made the difference in both the times that your Giants went to those Super Bowls to beat Tom Brady?
Heading into that
November and December. You cannot lose 3 of your last 4 in the fucking month of November and expect not just me, but everybody else that is a fan of just sports in general, that just really knows sports. Listen, if you're out there and if you're a gambling man and woman like many of us here, I need you guys, whenever you see the Cowboys come up on your slate, to go ahead and bet against that.
Okay? Once again, this is a Washington fan talk.
I will say this though.
No, this is as a analyst.
And this is a Giants fan.
They have the Saints, Washington, Giants, Washington, Cardinals, Eagles.
You're saying Giants
you
are
likely
challenge.
They should win all games but one, maybe 2.
You'll likely split with Washington, if not lose both.
That's the game right there, because Washington get themselves right back into the division if they win both of those games.
Exactly.
That's the series right there.
So it's either you split with Washington or you win both. Dallas is not going to win both. Dallas has not won both games in that series in 7 years, 8 years, some shit like that. Like, it's been forever since either team has won both games in that series.
I think it's a split.
Yeah, it's usually always a split, or either Washington does take them both.
Saints look horrible right now.
But the Saints, it's Sean Payton on the other side. As long as it's Coach Sean Payton, you never know. Like
Trevor Siemian,
also if Trevor Siemian and Mark Ingram are in the backfield,
they need Tyson Hill with the baddest way. They just paid him $40 million because I don't know what. Like, Sean Payton must be on some shit, bro.
I still never understood what that contract was about. I knew it was there's nothing guaranteed, right? It's all
incentives. Not anymore. Right? Now there's some guaranteed money in there.
There's guaranteed,
Anthony
but
Brown's
it's
also.
I thought only 10 mil of it was guaranteed or something like that.
But some of it's guaranteed, but it's tiered. Like now instead of being a base salary, it depends on what position he plays in most of his snaps.
Yeah.
So he'll get a base, and then depending if he play tight end most or QB, it would go up, down, or stay the same.
Like a bonus, basically, at the end of the season when all calculated.
Weird. He must be doing something with Sean Payton or something. There must be some sort of blackmail, or he's Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan, where it's just weird shit going on. Like I just don't know how that happens. Like Taysom Hill is not that good,
bro. I'm No, Taysom Hill's not that good. But no, but like being on, sticking with yesterday's game, and just the whole Dallas shit. Like you were if you had Super Bowl aspirations and you're a Dallas fan, you were dumb as fuck for in the first place for that.
No, if you were a Dallas fan and had super aspirations, you were a Dallas fan. That's literally all it is.
Exactly, delusional Dallas fan.
They did put up
and
33 without Cooper and Lamb.
That is true. Also, yeah, CeeDee Lamb's kind of fucked my SFB lineup too.
Hey, Dak is a bad man, but at the end of the day, Dallas will Dallas. You could just because you put up points does not mean that you come away with W's.
You are right, but this is a team with the right recipe. If Micah Parsons and this defense holds up, which they've been playing better, they're not great.
He'll hold up.
Micah Parsons
no right recipe. There's no right recipe. That organization will always be a disappointment. Will always be a disappointment. Will always disappoint. It'll always upset his fans. It'll never deliver for his fans.
Let's see what happens versus these Washington games. That's going to be the real barometer.
That's going to be interesting.
That's the barometer.
If that's the barometer, if
it's true, because you have to win this division, and
they gotta get through. Like I said, they gotta get through the Saints and everyone else first. Like
the Saints,
Saints aren't in challenge right now. Until Kamara comes back,
the Broncos weren't nothing, but they still got stomped out by the fucking Broncos. So
they only put up 19 points against my defense. Remember, or 9 points. 9 points against my team.
Whoa. The Chiefs' defense is definitely turning around.
It is.
It's turning around, but it's still not great.
Still dog shit.
You should I pick up Galladay for a potential start this week? No.
Please don't.
I don't even know who you can start on that offense.
Freddie Kitchens.
I thank God though. Thank God. I will save that for later.
Oh gosh. Okay. So let's see here. The Buffalo Bills last night seemed to have turned it around. Okay. They seemed to return to natural form yesterday on Thanksgiving with a crushing win over the New Orleans Saints. Is the Mafia back, or is it still full of struggle? Mike.
I've been waiting for this one. So this afternoon, I was looking at Buffalo.
Matt.
I was looking at Buffalo as a team even before I got the show sheet. On Wednesday night, me and you were talking about Buffalo, and I said they were going to come out and they were going to cover. They covered. I said Knox was going to have a good game. That happened. I said Zach Moss was going to sit and not play. Well, joking, I did not say that. But none of us knew that. None of us knew that. But they went out and did what they had to do and got the W. But they are not back. The reason I say that is because, like we said, the Saints are in trouble. Yes, they beat the Saints, but that doesn't mean they're back. Here are my stats of the week. Their opponents, including the Saints after last night, are 49-66, 42 win percentage. They only have only one of their wins is against a team that is currently over 500, and that is the Chiefs. That's the only win. It's Miami, Washington, Houston, Kansas City, Miami, and the Jets. They lost to Pittsburgh the first game of the year. They lost to Tennessee. They got spanked by Jonathan Taylor and the Colts. But don't forget, they also lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay? The Patriots are in first place as we speak in that division. If you would have asked me this at noon, I would have said they're back. But after looking into this, I'm afraid that the Patriots might win this division.
I think the Patriots do come away with it, which is like weird to say, like, because you definitely kind of had the sense that Buffalo was going to take it this year, was going to take that division this year. I mean, but also losing Tre'Davious White, like Matt pointed out in the chat, that's a huge blow. Raj, how do you feel though? I mean, how do you feel?
I agree. They won or they beat the poverty fucking Saints without Alvin Kamara or a legitimate quarterback. Like they're not back in the slightest sense of the word. I don't know. There's no other way to say it. Yeah, Josh Allen threw 4 tutties last night, whatever it was.
Yeah, last night.
He also threw 2 dog shit picks. Right? Like it's just like I'm just being real. And the Saints defense is not good. So I was expecting Josh Allen to have a great game, and he didn't have even up to his standards. He didn't even have a solid game, in my opinion. Right? Like 4 touchdowns, cool, but it's against a terrible defense, right? So no, they're not back. They can't get any semblance of a run game going. I think both of their running backs averaged less than 3 yards a carry last night, so nothing there. They were basically fueled by splash plays, a couple of big plays by Gabe Davis, a touchdown from Stephon Diggs, 2 tutties from Dawson Knox, a turnover from Jordan Poyer last night. Like they're not back. Simple. Like, I want to see them face some real competition, and then I can say, sure, they're back. But until then, no.
Taco.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I speak to Raj's last point more than anything. I want to see them actually facing some real competition before I can say they're back or not.
Just gonna touch tits every time y'all have to go back and forth, huh?
You know what I mean? But the way I see it is this: they have a matchup versus the Patriots this week. That is a huge game for them. They followed that game up with a game with the Buccaneers. Those 2 games right there are really going to show us what this Bills team is about. Because offensively speaking, they have some good games. They have some bad games. They can't consistently run the ball unless it's a Josh Allen run. I think that what you're seeing, the musical chairs at running back, is leaving a lot of fantasy players wondering what's going on. Honestly and truthfully, I picked up Matt Breida after last week, and I started Matt Breida this week in some leagues. He got that touchdown, and I think going forward, if you're desperate for running back, he's someone to grab. I think he's rostered in only 23% of leagues. We know he's probably going to be a top waiver claim coming into this. I think he's someone to grab. I think the Bills team is still very shaky, but when we see them play the Patriots 2 more times and the Bucks play 1 more time, I think that's when we're really going to be able to see what kind of team this is and see where they're going to go. I think the true test is yet to come.
I had this team highly touted during the off season. May have disappointed. And I think where I am disappointed is that during the off season, the acquisition of when they brought in Emmanuel Sanders, I think that it was you were forced to not learn what you had all the way around. And I think that ultimately ended up hurting them in the long run. Not knowing what you had in Gabe Davis and Isaiah McKenzie, whenever you see them go to anyone that's not named Stephon Diggs, it's kind of like, whoa, who the fuck is that guy? It's like, whoa, like, wait, Cole Beasley's still there? It's like, whoa, wait, like, that's right, they did sign Emmanuel Sanders. And nothing feels right there. Nothing feels like the chemistry is flowing and ticking with the same heartbeat that it was last season. I don't think they were getting the same Bills team that we were last year. I think that age is also began getting to that defense, even though that defense is still virtually unstoppable. The offense has to begin upholding its side of the bargain and upholding its side of the bargain on a consistent basis in order for them to go far. I think they can still go far, and it'll be off the backs of that defense. We've seen teams, perform ugly and have ugly games here and there before and still make it to Super Bowls. But Josh Allen has to really will and deal it for this team. And right now it just doesn't feel right. Like things just don't feel all the way put together there.
Yeah, and I think teams are also, after watching them last year and watching Josh Allen run all over them on the scrambles and the designs, they've game planned after that. They're making Moss and Singletary and Breida be the ones that beat them, and teams are not letting Josh go deep with Diggs and whatever. There's a reason Knox is the one doing there. I love Knox, but there's also, I think, a reason game plan wise that's happening more than Diggs and Gabe and all them. And that run game hasn't been able to succeed, period.
And is it me, or does it seem like Josh Allen regressed a little bit? Like it feels like some of those plays that he made last year, like I'm not going to say necessarily just with this throws, but with his run, like the timing of the plays just don't seem to be there.
I think that has to do with. I think that has to do with also like if you look at him, you look at Mahomes, you look at these guys that have had to play longer seasons than most.
Yeah, playing into deep January.
Into the playoffs, yeah.
Exactly. I think that you're going to see that. Like, and that's something that should be expected. And I don't think that we can hold too heavily against them. For guys like that and for teams like that, hell, if I'm every other team that if I'm like the team that eliminates them early, I'm like, cool, we eliminated them early this year. Let's just hope that we don't get eliminated early next year and have to fucking face them next year because now that guy's getting fucking rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, everybody got to watch out for macaroni and cheese because he's coming with a vengeance.
We're gonna get into that. We will get into that
talk about
later. Yeah, I like that you brought that up, but we will definitely get into that later. Here let's kind of flip over to the New Orleans side of things. I mean, a year after Breeze, and haven't looked too bad.
I mean, yeah. Other than injuries, they've looked pretty solid.
They're 5-6.
Yeah, they're
but like if you actually watch the games.
No, I'm saying it's not bad. I'm just saying
if you actually watch the games, it's because their 5 wins come because of how they're coached.
It's like Sean McVay made Jared Goff look like a NFL starter. He got him paid, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing. Like you fucking give Sean Payton, a clipboard and a marker, and that team's gonna come out prepared. They're gonna come out well read. They're gonna play hard. They may not win every game, but they're gonna goddamn fight. That's one thing you saw from that same team. They fought, and I think if they had a quarterback and their whole wide receiver room was completely gone, like. Who the fuck do you have on that team to like do anything? Like he has no weapons.
He has no weapons. No weapons to win 5 games with no weapons.
That is literally the worst offense in all the NFL by far. Like even the Jets and the fucking Jaguars have more weapons. Like Kamara, yes, but Kamara wasn't there for that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you can't really build around a running back because their shelf life's not that high.
Unless it's Najee Harris. Because he's the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, and Saquon Barkley, right?
Hey, Najee's built different, okay? All right. Let's move on.
You realize that at the running back position,
you're only
fuck up.
Robbie, let me have my moment, okay?
he has a good 30 games.
The fact that you're a Steelers fan, it was like, and after like the amounts of quarterbacks that you guys have built around, and you chose a running back to build around.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing.
Matt Corral, future Steeler, okay?
You try to get that one last year out of Roethlisberger, and it's gonna, get you Najee Harris.
Exactly.
Okay. We're not talking about the Steelers right now, though.
No,
we could. We totally could. I mean, I could go on for days.
No, but in regards to the Saints, though, Mike, what does their future look like? How much longer is Sean Payton able to hold on and rebuild, so on and so forth?
I think this team's going to be a team that's not going to make the playoffs. It's going to finish like 6-0. I got to get the numbers right. They're going to finish like 7-10. Maybe 8-9, not make the playoff. 7-10, 6-11. They're not going to make the playoff, but they're going to be one of those teams that's going to draft in the middle, right in the middle where you don't want to be. But they're going to get another piece, maybe another offensive lineman, another core piece, and then because they're either going to keep Michael Thomas next year or try to get something for him and replenish with that. So, yeah, but I could see Peyton trying to. Massage something like Parcells and them, where try to they should have gotten rid of Parcells, should have got rid of T.O. or Cowboys should have got rid of T.O. 1 year too early, stuff like that.
I think they move on. They move on from Michael Thomas. Do you think Aaron Jones rests one more week before the bye? It's a Packer thing to do. Yeah. If you're the Packers and you feel like you can win without him, you're gonna do it.
True. Yeah. I need him to play, but he's not. I don't think he's going to.
Certain teams just have certain luxuries afforded to them in terms of depth and just in terms of play calling and just the way that it works out for them. Like
the Patriots.
Depth is a problem. Depth is a problem for them still. Like
It's a running back?
Always has been.
you lose Mac Jones. Oh fuck.
Oh,
Like,
Who even is their backup? I don't even know.
Hoyer probably.
Stidham
Hoyer.
Oh, is it?
or
Oh,
Hoyer instead.
Hoyer
of
still has
gets
a
the job
job.
done.
Jesus Christ.
Just
Hoyer
Hoyer,
is like Colt McCoy.
because Hoyer threw the touchdown to Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
He did. Forgot about that.
Oh, Myers' only touchdown. I
Yeah,
can't
but
imagine
only
the amount of
touchdown.
people.
I feel so bad for that man.
But if I'm the Packers, you rest Aaron Jones. But we've also seen this before in previous years, especially in regards to your fantasy football rosters, where Aaron is like, yeah, I'm banged up, but I'm coming back. Wow, Raj and Triet. So really quick, my take on the Saints side of things, on that question, things are going to get very, 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 very fucking ugly before they get better, New Orleans. You right now, and this philosophy is going to apply for many teams right now. We got spoiled. Like our generation, if you were from the ages of like back in like the early 2000s, from like the ages of like 8, 9, during like those early 2000 runs when like the Patriots really started getting on those runs, like you're not gonna see consistency of a team just dominate and go to a Super Bowl like that over and over and over and over again. I mean, you may see it like it could happen. There's going to be a couple guys that are going to be old enough to where, and they've had enough experience to where maybe they'll be able to build some dynasties with their teams. But I really think that with the NFL and the way that things are shaping and the way the draft classes are going to be shaping out for the next couple of years, you're not going to be seeing that. Okay, so for New Orleans Saints fans, for New Orleans Saints fans, it's going to get very bad first. Give it a couple of years, maybe 7 or 8, maybe 10.
Whoa.
That's tough. That's a bit intense.
Yeah. You are a glass half empty kind of guy, huh?
It's going to be ugly for a while. It's gonna be up, and it's gonna be down. It's gonna be down, then it's gonna be up, and then it's gonna be down, then it's gonna be up.
I disagree.
I also disagree. I think they're gonna be a middle of the road team for a little while.
Yeah, they'll be like a middle of the road team at best for a little while.
Question, guys: how do we feel about Sean Payton? Do we not think he's one of the top 5 coaches in this league?
Yes,
I mean,
that's not going to match his
Do we
personnel.
not think that Sean Payton, if he has a full offseason and gets some new guys in there, would not be able to build a team that'll be automatically competitive?
You're gonna need years of draft picks to do that.
Did Sean Payton did not take Jameis Winston and this team to a great record to start off with, and then when Jameis Winston get hurt, all of a sudden the whole wheels came off? And Jameis Winston didn't even have any wide receivers.
They were okay. They were not.
I mean, they're 5 and 6
They
right
were
now.
solid. They were solid.
They were okay.
They're one game below 500, and they haven't been able to score touchdowns in like 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, they're one game below 500, and they haven't had a legitimate QB for what? I don't even know when he got injured for majority of the season, but majority of the season at this point.
And you really think that Jameis Winston sticks around for this rebuild?
Whether he sticks around or not, their record would be substantially better if he was still healthy.
And then imagine if he had Michael Thomas, and now let's just say you're middle of the road, right?
Michael Thomas is not sticking with the Saints.
Maybe. Okay, no, but we're talking about this. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about if Jameis didn't get injured.
But we are talking about the future. We were talking
about this year. If Jameis never got injured, they would be a playoff contender at the very least.
No.
So
he played 5-6. They're a playoff contender right now.
Think about it.
Jameis played 8 games, guys. They've only played 3 without Jameis.
That's cap. What the fuck?
Okay, so they played 3 games without Jameis, right?
Okay, and
did they lose
those
all
3 games? They didn't have
Jameis Winston. Did they lose all 3 games without Jameis Winston? So he was 5 and 3, and then they're now 5 and 6.
I thought they won one. Didn't they win Tampa?
They lost to the Titans. They lost to the Eagles. And they lost to the
Tampa.
They lost to the Falcons by 2, and he got hurt in that game. But they did beat the Buccaneers.
That's what I'm saying.
So come on, now. Let's give these Saints ain't that bad. Sean Payton. That's the reason why. If it wasn't Sean Payton, If you were talking about a different coach, maybe.
I'll give you. I'll give you. I think it's going to be rough and rocky for a couple of years to come. I really, really do. Middle of the pack, like Raj was saying. I even think this year they were going to end middle of the pack, regardless if Winston got hurt or not.
But one point I want to mention about Robbie's point about we're not going to see the whole long stretch like we did with the Patriots. I think a lot of that has to. I agree. I don't think it's going to happen even with guys in the league now. And part of it is back then, quarterback salaries weren't the percentage like they are now. Teams on the. You haven't seen a guy on the big deal win later in his career because everyone's trying. They have to make up for other places in the roster,
exactly.
Mahomes is going to be the first example that we have of can it work in this new age. The money is supposed to go up again, which is going to give them a little bit more flexible room. But Mahomes got paid young. He has a couple of guys there. Yep. And can he go back to another championship? Can he win another couple championships?
Not if they don't find a fucking wide receiver too.
He is the guy that could be the next one. And yes, I agree. They need. Oh my God, OBJ. If he would have went there, it would have been
no. OBJ is a cancer everywhere he goes.
No.
Oh my God, you guys are kidding me, right?
I did not want.
OBJ is a cancer everywhere he goes.
Oh my God. The Rams are gonna be fine. He'll be fine.
I mean, it's like going to fucking Vegas and then bringing something else back home that you didn't want warranted on your dick.
Jesus Christ. It's like when you go to the toilet seat and come back with crabs.
Crabs, exactly, bro. Like, fuck. Gosh. Like the itch that you just can't fucking stop itching, bro. Fuck.
It's in my dick.
He's a fucking scab, bro. A scab that just won't
Jesus.
kill off.
Give the man a shot to play a little bit.
It's not disrespect. Just like kicking at it, and you're just like it won't fucking.
He is nice, bro. He didn't do anything wrong, man.
OBJ is the fucking cold sore on the hot chick at the bar's upper lip where you're like, oh, fuck, you know what? I was going to talk to you, but I'm going to turn around.
Oh, please, Robbie. You know you're drunk enough. You still do it.
No.
You just don't kiss.
Can I give you head garbage?
You want some head? No.
Yeah, no, I could freaking hate on OBJ forever. Right now, I'm just like stalling, like buying us airtime before we get into the next topic. Like I wanted to save the next topic for halftime, and then like really get it going.
Damn.
What did you say, Raj?
I said save it for halftime.
What? What?
He said, "Say it with your chest, boy."
Are you trying to tell me how to produce again? Are you trying to tell me how to fucking produce again?
Something like that, yeah. Kidding. I love you, Robbie. Kidding. Joke.
You want to do this? Do you want to?
Hey, okay. You have been telling me for 2 months that you're gonna give me admin on StreamYard, and you still haven't. So.
Yeah, I gotta fucking redo our teams and everything now that like everything fucking reset. Like it's bullshit. Everyone drink.
I just finished. I have a new one though.
If you've had a bad take tonight, drink.
Oh, I'm good then.
I'm not drinking.
You two down there should definitely drink.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Patriots coming out that division, baby.
Why are you running the Patriots so hard?
Because everybody's been hating on them for no reason.
He's a Giants fan.
Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of our generation.
It's the closest thing. It's the closest thing that is a decent team in his northern region.
Whoa. My New York Yankees are consistently competitive.
We're talking football.
We're talking football.
Okay. The Buffalo Bills. The only New York team
I know. Right
Boston's probably close.
We just shit on them about how they haven't beat anyone for real.
Wow.
They're still.
I mean, let's be real. They were still one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl, like not more than a week ago.
What's more harsh to deal with? New York team sucking or New York media just being New York fucking media?
Both.
New York media can fucking really kill some of these guys, but the New York fans are even worse, bro. These dudes will boo you after like 5 games.
It's like bro, I just
Holiday was getting booed in preseason. I bet.
I mean, shit. Y'all remember when Kristaps got drafted? Fuck.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that was bad. But like,
Really bad.
even this Kenny Galladay shit, man, I don't even know, bro. He came
in
hurt like every fucking game. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Is that the worst contract in the league at this point?
Save all the Giants talk for halftime.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and we're gonna get into halftime.
I have diarrhea for that.
fuck. I keep forgetting that everything reset. So like I have to like upload a fucking music video.
Yeah, we don't even have Herms with the fucking kazoo now. Good job, Robbie. I have nothing that I can continue.
So I guess I got a quick question, and while we wait,
Yeah,
who do you think is the favorite to go to the Super Bowl right now? Like from each conference?
The Rams,
Washington.
the Cardinals.
I think the
Jackson
NFC is
Moon
crazy. The NFC is crazy, but I think
it's nuts.
I think it's Green Bay.
I think the Chiefs look like they've found their stride. I think they're the AFC.
I still don't know if they have.
They look like they're starting to get it. I think that Pringle is going to be interesting, and if Clyde Edwards-Helaire can keep running like how he did in the last game, I think it'll be interesting because they desperately, if they can get a running game, they don't need that third wide receiver.
Tell you this.
Wait, all right. So is it a hold on? Is it a who do you want? Is it more so of a who do you want thing?
Just what do you like? If you look at what you see,
who do you think? Like,
who do you think? Like head, not heart. Head, not heart.
Excuse me. That's what she said. So I guess I mean Green Bay has like a really solid shot.
Their defense has actually showed up.
Yeah, I still think I would take the Rams over Green Bay. And I think that the Bucks are still such a wild card. I got to see if they get healthy. Because if they don't have Browns, they can't do it.
We'll find out this week, Taco.
Yeah.
Green Bay plays the Rams.
Yeah. I think they still got to figure out how they're going to get OBJ involved into that offense. That's going to be a big key. Because but then Van Jefferson might take over that other role for Woods, and Woods hasn't been that great. So it might just work itself out where they have enough talent on the roster. But I think the Rams are interesting. I think the Packers, yes, but
I would have liked the Rams before them getting Odell.
This is haters. That's why I know they're gonna be good, man. Odell's gonna make some crazy catches. Watch. I have faith in young man.
And how many is he gonna drop?
Let's see. We'll calculate the numbers, and I'll bear that cross.
He was 62 out of 62 eligible receivers for most drops on catchable balls.
Listen, bro.
This man, you know why?
Because more than the analytics in football.
Because he refuses to catch with two hands. No. That's also film going along with that.
Listen.
It's because he refuses to catch with two hands.
There's talent there. They'll get him right. It'll be right.
Okay, there's talent, but like he doesn't know how to use it. Obviously,
he's
too arrogant. He's got an ego.
Just because you're talented doesn't mean that you should forget the fucking fundamentals.
You are right. But going to a team like that has great structure, that has a good coach, that has a great QB, it's a little bit different. And I think that's the kind of place where they're gonna force him to kind of do some of those fundamental things that could lead to his output coming back to where it belongs and him making the proper catches as he should.
No,
I'm not an OBJ fan, but what I think the bigger deal is, I think it's just timing. I think even though Robert Woods hasn't had an outstanding year, I think him being out of that offense is going to hurt him more than anything.
Yeah. Because he was great for them around the line of scrimmage, and he was good for them in the red zone.
And I think he opened up stuff for Cooper Kupp where OBJ is not going to do that.
Yes, that's the thing. He could fit that role perfectly if he still has it. We're going to see. Like
OBJ is not fitting the mold of any fucking role other than the role of him, of the star of himself in his own.
Is it me or movie. I just see you talking 7 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown for OBJ this week?
Fuck.
How is he selfish as fuck? He was,
bro. He demands the ball for the sake of him putting together a highlight reel, and for him to catch with one hand, and then he drops it half the fucking time.
Did he make any noise with the Browns? He was a good little soldier, was he not?
No,
he not make noise with the Browns?
Not this season. The only thing that made noise was after the trade deadline. His daddy made a post.
There was already tension there. There was already a lot of tension.
Exactly, there was tons of tension.
It was very public too. It wasn't like shit that was contained within the organization. That was shit that we knew.
He's a diva, and there's. I can't stand. I don't stand up for fucking for.
Is
for
Baker
fucking
a
being
good
receiver.
quarterback? Is Baker a good
He's not
quarterback?
Baker's the
good,
mediocre.
He's okay.
He's not even mediocre,
Baker's mediocre.
bro. He's
But,
like
but I'm
one
not gonna.
level
But I'm
above
not.
Jared
But,
Goff.
but I'm also not gonna sit here. I'm also not gonna sit here and fucking defend OBJ like he's like the second coming of fucking Jerry Rice.
He's the third coming.
No,
No.
not even.
You have.
I mean,
have
Robbie,
draft-
you also said Terry McLaurin's the next coming Jerry Rice. I
Terry
don't know
McLaurin's a lot fucking
how well we
closer
can
to
trust
OBJ.
your receiver
At least
rankings.
Terry McLaurin leads the league in fucking contested catch rate.
Oh, when Odell started in this career, he was one of the best ever. He had an insane start to
Because
his career.
of one fucking catch.
No, his numbers with Eli were insane.
His numbers were great. We can't even.
Dude, with Eli,
His numbers were great.
I think he had a
Over
12
the
touchdown
span of
season.
12 games, and then he got hurt. He's never stayed healthy.
We
Okay,
don't
and
need
he
to
has
stay
one
healthy
of, and
all
he has
year.
one of the highest drop percentages
I think
of fucking wide receiver. Like, because of the one catch. I'll be honest. If he never makes that one catch, he is one of the fucking best. He makes that one catch, and he changed the way he played.
All right,
He
no,
changed the way
no.
that he played the game 110 fucking %.
It made him
Okay,
a
no.
superstar.
His first 3 seasons, lowest yardage, 1,300 yards, 10 plus tutties each year,
Yeah,
and 90 plus catches each year. He was legit.
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
he was.
And he was significantly better. It wasn't
he was
until
on a
that
Hall
catch.
of Fame
Once
path.
He really was.
once he made that fucking catch, he changed the way he played.
No,
He
you know
started
what it
doing
was?
every
He got
catch.
the big. He got the big contract.
He never did the whole warm up with one hand thing. That was never a thing. That
Nah,
was
you know
never
what
a
it was?
thing.
It was he got the big contract. Him and Eli had the falling out.
Why did he get the big contract?
Because he delivered. His
Because
first
of the
couple
catch.
years, his first couple years were Hall of Fame worthy. But then what happened? Ego, bad play, and then you get hurt,
So all
and
the
now you're
things that I
playing with
talked about.
Baker, and it's a long slippery slope. It
So
happens.
all the things that I talked about.
Listen, man, he's a beast.
So I'll be all the things that I talked about. Like
He had
Okay.
a bad run. We all have bad runs.
His bad run has lasted for the last 4, going on 5 years.
But you know what? We believe in redemption.
No,
We believe
No.
in reclamation projects.
that's like people that are D-Jack streak. They're like, he's 35 and with the Raiders now. It's gonna bounce back. Like,
Look
nah,
at
dude,
what he
relax.
did, man. Look at what he did.
No. All
There's
right, ladies and
smart
gentlemen, we're gonna get into a DMV artist repping the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Blake G with Can Do. This fucking guy down here, man. Now you see how it works too.
Yeah, no, I like it. That's cool. Yeah.
Doop, 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 doop. Well, all right then. I don't know if we're still on break or not. Yo, Robbie, the video cut out.
Alrighty, y'all. We're back. We're back. Man, I fucking gotta get everything reloaded back up onto this PC. Fucking man.
The Monkey Knife Fight video never played.
I know it. No, oh really? I know it didn't. That's why I just said that I have to get everything reloaded back onto this PC.
It's not loaded to your profile.
No, I reset my StreamYard.
Oh no.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead. Let's get back into it. I don't know what Raj and Mike are doing. Let's see here. So we actually get huh?
I was gonna say I think Mike is scarfing down some Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Chew, my friend, chew.
Oh, don't worry, I will be.
All right. And then Raj should be back here shortly. So the New York Giants recently parted ways with Jason Garrett.
Thank you.
This week, but many question whether this move was too little, too late, and should it really have been Gettleman to get the boot? We start with you, Taco.
I think that you probably wait to the end of the season to get rid of Gettleman. At the end of the day, what are you really going to gain by having an interim GM in there right now? At the very least, he knows what's going on, and you kind of just ride the ship out. There's no real major moves that get made now. Like they said, unless some drastic change gets made, he's going to be gone. But I think Garrett had to go after the pathetic showing offense has consistently had, how inept it looks, how consistently bad we are. It's just get him the fuck out. He should have been gone like 4 weeks ago. His play calling is atrocious. I don't even know how he got that job. And literally having him there has made Joe Judge's job shaky. I don't even know if Joe Judge survives the new GM that's going to come in, because I think the Giants should just clean house. Just literally fucking clean house. How many number one or first overall picks did we use on pathetic offensive players? Like, it's really bad. Like, really bad.
Okay. We'll skip Raj for now because God knows where the fuck he's at. Mike.
Gettleman should Gettleman be fired right now? Yes, but it's not going to happen. You're not going to fire GM. It's the exact same reason I don't think Ryan Pace is gone. I think they should. I mean, both of them should have been on the hot seat earlier. I do agree with Taco. On the way home, I was listening. So on the way from the airport on Monday, we were listening to the game and the post game, and Joe Judge's post game was like, the fans don't owe us anything. People are like, I think the question was something like, do the fans owe you time to bring in your system and get going? And he's like, no, we're here to win. It's me. It's the other coaches. I didn't exactly know what he meant. I mean, he had some cryptic stuff in there, but you didn't really know what. The next day, adios amigo Garrett. I do agree that when Gettleman does get fired, there is a chance that Judge doesn't make that, and that's unfair to Judge. But it's like, get your own coach kind of thing, because it's only a year and a half. My biggest thing is, and I've told this to Robbie, I don't know if you've heard me say this, Taco. If they do get rid of Daniel Jones, which I think there's a good chance, There's another quarterback in the league that might be unhappy, whose wife is a big superstar. My bold take right now is that Russell Wilson could be a
You
Giant.
from motherfucker. Fuck.
Right.
Wow.
I'll say this though.
So wait. Before you go, that is celebrity mecca. If there's anyone that can deal with New York media, it's Russell Wilson. It's twofold with Russell Wilson, okay? Because he has been in the limelight for so long with a lot of his investments. A lot of his friends are New York power players in the investment world, in the tech world. His production company is based in Seattle, but a lot of those guys have a lot of connections up in New York. His wife, huge media, music mogul, fashion mogul. So New York could make sense. New York traditionally, though, with as super God-fearing as Wilson is, could be crucified by the media in there, and that's where the match doesn't make sense.
You gotta understand, he wants to play for an organization that has the lineage of the Giants. Plus, like you said, just being around so many of your business contacts, Russell Wilson is just great with the media in general. And I think that he can go anywhere. And if he was going to come to a market like New York, he would thrive even through the consistent ridiculousness our media can give you. Because at the end of the day, if you're accountable and you're able to produce, they will actually defend you like Saquon Barkley. Let's face facts. If you have a game plan that has Saquon Barkley getting 8 fucking touches for the fucking game, and he's your best player on offense, and all these other guys are fucking injured, and we know Daniel Jones sucks, how the fuck do you really have a job? Like, realistically speaking, when you game plan, you need to game plan certain plays for Saquon Barkley to get him involved, get him in space, and get him usage. And if you can't do that, then what the fuck are you doing as a coach?
Because it can't just revolve around
True,
Saquon.
but where was Galladay? Where was anyone? There was no place to get people involved.
All right. You had no fucking business drafting a fucking quarterback from Duke.
Then there'd be nobody from no quarterbacks. Where was Russell Wilson drafted from?
Wisconsin.
How many quarterbacks came from Wisconsin?
Pretty decent few. Mike, wipe your beard.
I mean, the Watt brothers came from Wisconsin.
Yeah, Watt brothers.
What quarterbacks came from Wisconsin?
I'm looking it up now.
Duke's also not a football school, period. They're an Ivy League program.
Okay, but Cutcliffe,
they produce smart guys. They produce smart guys that go and work for Elon Musk.
But they had the Manning's quarterback coach.
Scott Tolzien was from Wisconsin.
Scott
Tolzien was okay. He was not.
He was a journeyman.
How many point guards from Weaver State came out and were good? Damian Lillard. Like,
wow.
You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Basketball's not the same. Not the same. We're talking two completely.
The principle is the same. Good guys come out of anywhere.
Okay, here's one. Not a quarterback, but here's a question for Taco. The one draft that I think they really screwed up in was Andrew Thomas at 4 overall.
That was bad because every other offensive lineman was so much better than him.
Oh yeah,
at that point, you could have traded back, still got one of the offensive linemen, and had additional picks.
So they got Andrew Thomas, or no? Was that the Saquon year? They drafted Saquon at 2, and then Andrew Thomas.
They drafted Saquon, the Lamar Jackson, Josh.
Who did they draft? Who did they draft in the Saquon draft? They had drafted a O lineman in the second round that year. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Hernandez. No, you're talking Hernandez.
I think it was Will Hernandez. Yeah, in that same year, they could have gotten Quentin Nelson and then Nick Chubb in the second round.
Well, in this one,
based on their picks,
they drafted Thomas at 4 overall, and then it was Jedrick Wills at 10, Becton at 11, and
what up, Cy?
Bro, yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, when you think about it,
I'm gonna say it like this.
Back, we would have been so much better off.
I'm gonna say it like this: if you're a Giants fan, why the fuck aren't you chanting outside of the damn organization front office with torches and pitchforks with the amount of disrespect and heartache that you guys have been through? Hold on. It's not just about Saquon. The fact that you try and make things flow through one player and you guys have put yourselves in a position where you are that one-dimensional. That is a trait not just from coaching, because it hasn't been that way. It's been that way even before Joe Judge. So it's not just the coaching, and we can't just put it on the coaching. This is a David Gettleman thing. This is
Right.
and this is
Both.
and this has continued since he's
Agreed.
been there.
Agreed. He has to go. He has to go.
Jason Garrett, yes, Jason Garrett should have been gone.
Right.
But the one that really needs to go is Gettleman.
Absolutely. Without question.
And as well as you let Judge stay.
I don't agree. Joe Judge at the discretion of the new GM. The new GM needs to have full autonomy where he comes in. Because if Joe Judge was the one that said he wanted Jason Garrett to be his offensive coordinator, now I have to look at Joe Judge's decision making. If that was David Gettleman's decision, then
Joe Judge was a special teams coach. He didn't know what the fuck he was getting into in the first place.
You're right. You're right. But at the same point in time, he hasn't shown me enough that makes me say, yeah, I have to keep Joe Judge.
With that said, okay, and with that being stated, John B, what up, bro?
I love the jerseys, bro.
Oh, did you get the desk back up?
With that,
Bill Mets.
No, the desk is not back up. Nah.
Is that a Chipper Jones jersey?
Oh, hell yeah. I got Chipper Jones up here.
That's Jose Reyes.
Jose Reyes.
Willie McGinnis.
Willie Mack. Yep. I got a bunch of hockey jerseys.
Okay, I like that.
John's wife makes him do it in the closet, so
Yeah.
tries to set it up as nicely as he can.
I had to.
Wow.
You know, I got to.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up?
But this is everything that has gone on in New York for the last couple of years is the fault of Gettleman.
Yes, without doubt.
He needs to go. I get. Well, what is the interim GM? You know, look, get him out of there now. Before he can fuck anything else up on his way out. You get him out of there now.
Man, we wanted that to happen like 5 games ago. At this point in time, we're all just like the pitchforks were out before the season started. We didn't even think that he deserved to get this opportunity.
No, he didn't. He didn't deserve to get this opportunity.
So,
and Daniel Jones also needs to go as well.
I mean, I pretty much agree. But what are you gonna get? Like, it might be a situation
It doesn't
where
matter.
He might get one more year just
matter.
because the market, like, I think more than anything, we probably might need to get someone on the offensive and defensive line. Maybe give Jones one more year and then look at getting a
You
veteran
don't even
quarterback.
give him one more year.
You have Kenny Galladay, you have Saquon Barkley, you have Ingram, you have Rudolph, you have Slayton, you have Shepard, you have Tony. You have a lot of weapons on offense.
That are all injury prone. You need to start moving motherfuckers now.
I mean,
get rid of everyone, change up everything.
They did that. That's what this was. This was
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Front office, all of that needs to go. I agree. And they need to start
Ingram
from the
gone,
beginning.
Shepard gone.
Probably, but
blow the
Shepard's
whole shit up.
But that's pretty much what's going to happen. I mean, I don't really see it not happening. Unless you have some of the defense is probably going to stay intact. Saquon Barkley, I might see you just
can
like, what are you going to get for Saquon Barkley? A 4th round pick and dead cap? It just doesn't make sense.
That 4th round pick may be better than what Saquon's been recently.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. He was a fucking 1st round fantasy pick. And you're like, yeah, that 4th round pick. You're extremist.
Saquon.
You're extremist.
No.
A 4th round
Giants fans are living off of Saquon's rookie season.
The second season, he was all pro his first 2 seasons.
Okay. And his second season, he was also banged up. 3rd season, banged up. This season, banged up.
Still an all pro when he was banged up. Right now, it's just been.
You know what?
Luck.
You know what? That's your argument that you make when you're trying to upgrade from that 4th round fucking pick.
The 4th round fucking pick. A 4th fucking round pick. Fuck you.
That's the subject. That's the subject on the email that John Mara is sending out to all the other owners. He's like, he's all pro while injured.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking got a lemon law. Need a lemon law on Saquon Barkley.
Barry Sanders light.
What were you about to say, John? I'm sorry.
It's funny. I think the Giants are in a really, they painted themselves into this corner where now they have to either blow it all up or just commit to what they got and just ride it out. I mean, you're not going to re-sign Daniel Jones after his rookie contract. You're not going to re-sign Saquon Barkley after his rookie contract. So it's like, ride these guys out if you can, make some draft picks, try and build for the future. But it's like, they really are tied to these guys. What are you going to trade them for? You know, you're right. You can't trade these people for much. The open market is not there for running backs. The open market is not there for backup quarterbacks. It's just not. And so that's what Daniel Jones is. He's a high-end backup for a franchise. And you know, teams will pay for that for sure. But it's like, you're not going to pay a lot. And again, Saquon Barkley is a superstar running back for a team, for a franchise. Teams just don't pay a lot for that. And that's what sucks is like, the two pieces you have and the two assets that you're trying to flip just aren't worth much in the open market. And that's what blows right now.
But they do have 2 first-round picks this year.
Yeah, for sure.
So they're going to have their sets of, you get a good GM, and it's not like it's fucking the sky is falling. It's fix this shit.
I'm with you. I think that they should keep them on their rookie contract. Like, I mean, why not? Like, why not just keep it and see what happens? Like you said, they have pieces and weapons around, and you know, to pay Kenny Golladay and then to trade your quarterback away just doesn't make sense in the franchise. It's just silly.
Right.
So, you're kind of stuck with this Daniel Jones experiment, and it might not be great, but it's better than we watched Trevor Siemian the other day. I made the joke in the chat, but you watch Trevor Siemian, it's like, dude, Daniel is worse out there. There's worse starting quarterbacks out there. Daniel Jones is probably, 25th in the league, if I had to guess, is probably, but there's worse out there. You can do way worse.
And they need to get like a veteran to bring in that they can maybe have that could challenge him, and maybe like, because if we had just someone that can move the ball a little bit, because there's some times where it's like, okay, Daniel Jones is like having no opportunity. There's other times where it's like he's missing a wide open guy in the fucking situation that you're looking at him like, what?
He's not good.
We agree.
It sounds like Taco wants
He's Danny Bezos.
Don't do that to Hutch.
I don't
fucking.
I would.
I don't want to be a Giant.
Don't you put that,
bro? If Trubisky were to come to Washington, like he could win us 8 games. Like I would not be mad at it. Like,
did y'all say Trubisky?
Yeah,
I wouldn't even be mad at Teddy Bridgewater. I wouldn't be mad at a fucking what's his face, Cam Newton. Low key, I kind of wanted us to get Cam Newton because I'm like, he's better than fucking Daniel Jones. Like, plain point, period. Like, that's how bad it is because this team is like, the defense is okay, but it gets put in fucking some bad situations because our offense is pathetic. Like, it's not bad, it's pathetic. It's not even watchable. Like, I at least want to watch the games.
And what's crazy is it's they fired Garrett, so we'll see how it goes, but it's just not creative. It's just so vanilla. And it's like, you can tell what they're going to run before they even run it. And you're like, man, if I'm sitting at home and I'm an asshole sitting at home watching this, and I'm like, they're going to do an end around. Oh, they're running the ball. Oh, they're throwing it, to Slayton. They're taking their deep shot here. It's just so predictable. It's like run, pass, run, pass. It's like, okay, dude, get Kadarius Toney in space. This guy's an absolute freak. Like, what are we doing here? Stop doing these stupid.
And that's why I'm saying get Daniel Jones out of town now.
Well, that's why we want the Garrett out first, because it was so vanilla that it was like,
so vanilla.
Fuck you. We have alleged weapons. Allegedly, we could go 3 wide with the running back and the tight end, and literally cause matchup nightmares versus anyone. If I'm running Ingram, Shepard, Tony, and fucking Golladay with Saquon in the backfield, that's hard to match up with on paper in Madden. But in real life, we're getting fucking dog shit.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right about the dog shit comparison.
It's bad. I feel bad. I feel bad because I wanted Daniel Jones to do so well this year. I believed in him.
Too.
I was one of the guys preseason who was like, man, let's write this dude off too quick. We now added an ace. We got Kadarius Toney. We got some speed. Let's see what happens. It sucks. Nothing can stay. They haven't stayed healthy, which sucks. And like, that's hard. But it's also when they have been healthy and you have seen it, it's like, Daniel Jones
crazy?
Missing
I think his rookie season was his best season. He played the best, because he actually showed like some bigger play, and that was under Pat Shurmur. So that's also part of the reason why I would say Joe Judge is no lock. I don't think Joe Judge might not survive a new GM, because the new GM might just come in and say, you know what, Daniel Jones is not that good, but you know what, you made him worse. Like, at the end of the day, we can blame Jason Garrett all you want, but you're the guy
made him worse.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
No, he was already worse.
Listen, even Matthew Berry was looking at this guy saying, well, if you look at his trends, he's going to be somewhat good. And then we all had to bite the bullet on it. And then it's like he kept getting worse. So, yeah, he got worse.
Matthew Berry and I both interviewed the same motherfucker and both walked away with different notes that week.
But listen,
I told you, I told you, I was like, he is too spoon fed to be playing in a grown ass man's league like this. And what happened?
From Duke.
He came from fucking Duke, bro.
He's like, you can't be a quarterback.
You know who goes? You know who goes to Duke? You know the last badass football player that came from Duke was Lawrence Taylor. You know who goes to Duke on a daily basis?
Zion Williamson.
On a daily basis. You know who's going to Duke?
Kyrie Irving.
Motherfuckers that go to work for Elon Musk.
Nah, bro, it's the basketball players.
That's the basketball players.
Elton Brand.
A team of 15 fucking people. Makes up the daily average fucking Duke student.
Listen. They have Hall of Famers.
Kyrie Irving's flat earthen ass is fucking a representation of the Duke student body as a whole.
And by the way, Lawrence Taylor,
he went to UNC.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
Who?
He didn't go to Duke. He went to a basketball school, but
Lawrence Taylor.
Duke. He went to UNC.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Lawrence Taylor went to UNC. I apologize. I stand corrected. I stand greatly corrected. I can't believe I fucked that up.
Barrett is from Duke, baby.
So shout out RJ Barrett, Canadian.
So honestly, then it's only Daniel Jones.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yo, cheers, John.
Yeah, but remember, his coach was Cutcliffe, who was the giant, was the Manning coach.
Michael Carter is from Duke, and he's
Michael Carter is UNC.
Oh,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was UNC.
I'm looking it up right now.
You're gonna feel that splooge on your face in like 3 seconds.
No.
We worked this draft, Raj.
I know we did.
I am pretty sure that he is not Duke. That would have been a big deal over here.
I'm positive that he's not Duke. I'm positive. Yeah, there's football players don't come out of Duke.
Oh, he did go to UNC. Shit.
Okay,
yo. All right.
Jamison Crowder.
So our lads is a fucking dog
He's
shit.
Pretty good.
Jamison Crowder. He's a Duke alum.
Yep.
He's respectable.
He's a Jet.
He's the most.
He was a Redskin
player.
He's the most respectable since 1989.
Whew. See, they have a long history of excellence.
Not exactly a factory for football players.
Exactly. So with the fantasy football trade deadline rapidly approaching in many leagues, what advice do you have approaching the fantasy football trade deadline? Mike, we'll start with you.
If you're going for that championship, worry about going for your players more than worrying about it being super fair. Don't go into draft. Don't go into trades, and when people are making trades and going, "Oh, that's an unfair trade," you got to understand that people are making trades for different reasons, and you're going to pay a little more or a little less depending on the player.
Yeah, don't play scared. Ultimately,
yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
Raj.
I don't think there's much to say. Get your guys if you want them. I think most leagues, at least most of my leagues, I think the trade deadline has passed already. But if you want to get certain guys, get them. Like, don't overpay though, right? I mean, I feel like that's just kind of like standard. Get your guys. Overpay if you want to, if you really believe in them. Don't be a dumbass who trades like fucking Kyler and a whole bunch of shit for Daniel Jones, I guess, right? But yeah, just be careful because there's gonna be some people who try to finesse you. But other than that, just stay in your wits and make a deal. That's about it.
Taco.
I say don't get too desperate because, as we know, fantasy football is a game of injuries. So there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to start coming up that we never would have thought of, like so many other guys this season. So don't get too desperate, but also understand where you're weak at. So if you know that you're desperate for a running back and you have a little bit of depth at wide receiver, it's okay to go and try to make a power play like that, because that can make the difference. Because let's face it, you can find wide receivers easier. Or let's just say you have a lot of running backs and you think that you can parlay that into an upgrade at another position. You might want to think about that, but also look at your playoff schedules. Start looking at that stuff, because now we have some data to quantify and be like, hey, you know what? I like what this guy has coming up, and I don't like what this guy has coming up. So just be mindful, be aware, and don't get too desperate, but understand that if you're going to win, sometimes you got to make a bold play.
Yep.
Okay.
So
John.
going off Taco a little bit, mine is always, don't be afraid to trade for your bench too, because you need depth to win a championship. Like, it might seem stupid, it might seem silly to go out there and trade for a guy like Matt Breida, but it's not going to cost you much, and that depth piece is someone that can help you down the stretch. And you're like, of course it's nice to have Jonathan Taylor. Of course it's nice to have Najee Harris. Of course it's nice to have these, DK Metcalf, these amazing pieces, but they cost you a lot. And, odds are if you're in a playoff team, you probably already have a pretty good starting lineup. Focus on your bench and fill your bench out. And so if anything does happen to your starting lineup, you're not dead in the water. You're not basically giving up. So I always try and make some of these smaller trades at the trade deadline, because people are willing, they're in sell mode. They're willing to give up guys for next to nothing. I got Darnell Mooney for pretty cheap, a week ago. It's like, guys are in sell mode. And like, that's a nice piece that I can have now and throw him in my flex wide receiver 3 if I need. If one of my big guys go down, he can step in. And so those are the types of moves that I tell guys to look for a lot, is because, again, it's going to cost you a lot to go out and get Jonathan Taylor right now. It's just next to impossible. So, try and find some other people that are on the upswing or don't have that huge price tag yet.
I will reveal an excerpt from an article that I'm featured in, a holiday fantasy advice trade deadline article coming out on In Between Media. Shout out to the homies Nate and Seth and all them, Jen, all you guys. I love you guys. Nate, what it do, bro. Shout out to the SODFS.
Hey,
the sons of daily fantasy sports.
What's up, Nate?
Well, what I wrote was in this piece is just a quick little blurb. Excuse me, I didn't write the burp. The fantasy football advice. My fantasy football advice is remember what you got here. Fantasy playoffs are approaching, so don't be going out getting cute. Lean on your depth, because now you're going to need it now more than ever. The waiver wire will be your best friend, especially with trade deadlines closing. Play with confidence and have fun. Okay? So just some quick advice, don't forget, to keep having fun. If you have not been playing the waiver wire, now is the time to get real fucking familiar with it. Especially if you're a novice and you've made it this far by whatever graces that you haven't had to tinker with the waivers, you're not going to be able to trade now. Don't forget that trades will close. Hit the wire. It's going to be your best friend. This is where your football knowledge and your football acumen is really, really going to come into play with injuries. This is my first year where I'm kind of really having to advise this in this manner, because we've never had injuries in such a string the way that we've had this year. We've had injuries, but like I can tell y'all straight up, like I've had lineups where like maybe I deal with 2 injuries out the whole fucking season, and like it's whatever. Maybe my RB2 goes down, or or like my RB1, but like, whoever I have on my bench is just as good or fairly decent to where I could survive. This year, you're not given that luxury. Nobody has been given that luxury. If you make it to a fantasy Super Bowl, you earn that shit for sure this year. There also may be a piece of it where it was just you survived a battle of attrition realistically. But you for real earned it, because you had to wake up and get those waiver wire picks and spend the fab. If you still have fab left, this is now when you start spending it, and now when you start blowing it. even if there's guys that you don't that you don't need, but you know that someone else is going to need that piece, and you have something that you are not using and that you're never gonna use, and that's not going to make them better. If you have Kenny Gainwell still on your fucking roster heading into the playoffs, and you know that Sirianni's not gonna fucking be playing him anytime soon, but you know the guy that you're going against, you know, has Miles Sanders, and Miles Sanders goes down again. And you're like, yo, oh shit, like you released Boston Scott earlier. Like, yo, I'm gonna drop Kenny and I'm gonna go get Boston Scott. Or I'm gonna go get Howard. Boom. You know, like play that.
I was gonna say, or when you grab that third quarterback because you know that dude need a quarterback, and you're like, nah, exactly. Bro. Like, I don't need him, but I don't want you to play him versus me. So go pick somebody else, and I'll drop him next week.
Also, with this time of year, even if you're fighting for a playoff spot, that whole start your stud shit is no longer a thing. It should have been. It should have stopped being a thing forever ago. But now it's for real, not a thing. I won a fantasy fucking championship because I started Steven Sims Jr.
You're right.
In week
You're not wrong.
17 or You're week 16. Wrong. Or no, it was back when.
How many times is it where it's like, well, he has a horrible matchup, and then 2 hours later, he had 30 points. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not one of those things where it's like you bench your studs and feel good about it, because there's a lot of times I've seen DeAndre Hopkins, like all of a sudden, bad matchup, hurt, and all of a sudden he has 2 touchdowns and he has 75 yards.
No, I'm talking about like in the essence where you need to be paying attention, okay, to where what coaches are saying.
Yeah, I mean, true.
When these reports are coming out.
Would you bench DK Metcalf at this point?
If I hear a report that they're not going to roll out DK or whatever the case, you know, Seahawks are done or whatever at this case, you know, DK may or may not be a play, or if I know for a fact that, like, okay, if it came down to me to what up, Payne? If it came down to someone that's been hot, like DeAndre Carter, or someone that's been dead fucking cold, like, I won't use DK, but like Allen Robinson or whatever.
Oh, Allen Robinson's already out of line.
Like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, or like someone who's just
Tyler Lockett, like he's another guy that he's all that potential, but because of
I'll probably roll out DeAndre Carter in that scenario. Like if I'm putting it all on the fucking line. So like the example that I was talking about, that I was just talking about when I played Steven Sims. I played Steven Sims over Julio because Julio was not finding the end zone. You know, back when it was like a couple years ago, I was in a fantasy championship. I want to say it was like 2018 or like 2019. And I was like, we're playing Steven Sims today. I was like, he's been getting hot. You know, Washington had been finding him. I was like, Julio hasn't been doing shit. Like, there's no reason why they're even going to roll Julio out today. Like, I have a feeling it's going to be more of an Austin Hooper day. It would end up being more of an Austin Hooper day.
But that's where it's deeper than the analytics. You understood the situation.
Yeah, exactly. I looked at the situation, but like, I mean, there was analytics that backed it up too, though.
True, but at the end of the day, you knew it was a situation where it's like, okay, you know what? The gut is telling me, based on all this shit, it's not going to be a good game for my stud.
Yeah. You know, so yeah.
Thank God nobody's going to have Julio Jones issues this year, because most teams with Julio Jones probably are fucking dead in the water.
You know, he's funny. It's weird. I thought when we were going to go around and talk about like names for who we should target, and Julio is someone to me that I've been like kind of targeting in a lot of fantasy football drafts, fantasy football leagues. You get him for next to nothing right now. He's sitting on IR. Nobody wants him, but he could come back and easily help you out down the stretch.
You're right.
Oh, for sure.
He's one of those guys, a great one. He's just like another in Dynasty. Nobody wants him. You can trade away anything for him.
Yeah,
nobody wants him in Dynasty. It's like, dude, you can take my third or a second, and I'll take Julio. That's great, sure.
Damn, I didn't know AJ Brown was out this week too.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, man? Advice before the trade deadline.
I would say pay attention to weather before you make any trades. Right? Like, I would avoid certain fucking teams. Green Bay is a team that always kind of scares me a little because they start having snow, things like that. Start looking at waiver wire fucking picks that people like have left behind. Like I've picked up a lot of Sterling Shepard, hoping that he pops up in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm sure like nobody is. I'm sure he's on everybody's waiver. Like Sterling Shepard's someone that's like no one's touching. Things like that. Trade deadline's kind of a pain, but make the trades when you can, and don't be afraid to overpay because depth won't matter too much on the final 2 weeks.
Okay. Let's see here. The Steelers face the Cincinnati Bengals in a divisional matchup. Could Cincinnati be this year's resurrection darling? I mean, this team was a fucking basement dweller for a long time, and now they're just like, And what are Joe Burrow's chances of winning a playoff game ever in his career? Unlike his predecessors, Carson Palmer and Andy Dalton.
0.
Sorry. Fuck you, Raj. Pang, you start off.
Oh, shoot. I want Burrow to succeed. I don't know if he does. Like, I really don't know if he succeeds at this point. It depends on what the Steelers come back with, and I don't think he wins a playoff game. Not this yet, not this season, maybe next year. It's just something about him this last few games has really shaken my faith in like how good is he going to be. Right? He got carried by Joe Mixon last week. He got carried by his defense. He got carried that the other team just played poorly. He plays a top level team, in the playoffs. I don't think he gets carried like that. He's not gonna get lucky and get a touchdown, one passing touchdown. I think, right? Was it one last game? Was it even two?
I think it was one.
So he really needs to show it. He scares me more than Justin Herbert, and they both have been scaring me this season. Like QB play this season has been so inconsistent, and like Burrow is like the epitome of it. I don't think he's broke 200 yards in the last 2 games, and that's bad. I don't think if you can break 200 yards, you can't be relevant.
Cleveland, he had almost like 300.
No, but the game after that.
Oh, game after that, he had like 150 against Vegas, but the game before that.
And then he threw like 3 pick sixes or 1 pick 6 or some shit against sure, you throw 300 yards, but you throw 0 touchdowns. It's basically the same thing.
He threw 2 picks,
he threw 2 picks, but one was a pick 6.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad. So he gets 300 yards, but doesn't put up points. I mean, that means literally nothing to me. I can throw 700 yards and put up 0 points and
throw 700 yards.
Yeah. So but that's what he did. So he kind of scares me right now. I think he will do well if the Steelers remain to be injured, but we have to say because the Steelers are injured, you're going to do well, and that's not a good caveat.
What you got, John?
So this to me, I'm breaking down into 2 parts. This is a 2-piece question, and what do I think the Bengals do this week with the Steelers? And I think they win. I think last week to me, the Bengals as a team, that was a prove it game against Vegas. Kicked the crap out of them. I don't care how they did it. They beat them. Defense, running the ball.
Excuse me.
It looked good. And so, that to me, I was on this show last week and I said, Bengals come out and win this game. I'm going to start believing. And I have to start buying it now. I'm a man of my word. And so they came out, did work. And I believe in the Bengals to take care of business against the Steelers. Joe Burrow specifically taking a game on his shoulders and winning a playoff game, that I don't know if he's there yet. I don't know if he's ready yet to do that. I think he can. I think he has that in the arsenal at some point. He needs to get to the playoffs, get a little experience, lose a game, feel what that's all about, and then maybe second kick at the can, he might have a nice little run at it. But I think, this year it might be tough for him to go in and absolutely dominate a playoff game. I think the Bengals could win it if they get an easy wild card matchup. They might win a game, but it won't be because, like Peng said, it won't be because Burrow was out there.
But don't just narrow that part down to just this year, though. I'm I'm asking
for sure.
Burrow,
in general, I think Burrow will. Yeah, I think he's good enough to eventually win a playoff game. In general, I'm just saying this year it might be tough.
Everyone thought the same thing about his predecessors too, though.
Yeah, no, totally fair. But I just think there is something. They're doing something a little different in Cincinnati. They're building the franchise in the correct way. Where other years they were just throwing shit at the wall with guys like Andy Dalton and seeing sticks, and they had some good years with A. Green and Andy Dalton, but it was a lot of flash in the pan stuff. I think they're building it a little bit more sustainably in Cincinnati right now, which makes me think that they're going to have success in the future. This year might be tough because it's always tough first year in the playoffs, but eventually I think Burrow and Chase and these guys are good enough to win a game.
The line sitting at -190 on Cincinnati. Like, I remember a time where this season, and Mike, you remember this time where like they were just dogs for us. Like we could pick Cincinnati and it'd be like, we didn't. And them and the Raiders this year have just been like money makers for this channel. So like it's so crazy seeing them a favorite at 190, bro. Like 190. Like who do we got? Who do we got next here on the panel? Taco.
I mean, honestly, I
what
gotta
up, not
say,
analytics.
I definitely
Sleepy
think
Damien Harris.
Not only can Joe Burrow win a playoff game for the Bengals, he can win a playoff game this year for the Bengals. I think the one thing that we look at that the Bengals have that they traditionally haven't had is a solid defense. Their defense has been playing really good, especially in some of these games versus the Raiders, as we just saw. Their offense has some potent, firepower, and they can do some things. And, they held them in check. For the season, Joe Burrow is completing 68% of his passes. He only has, 11 interceptions on the season. Yes, he's had two of his worst games, I would say, the last couple of games. But even still, he's completing a good percentage. Their run game is still there. And I think that's the one thing we can't get too overly concerned about with a guy like this is if you're doing what it takes to win, some games may be Joe Mixon running it 30 times and you just throwing the ball a couple of times because the run game is working here. So I'm actually
not all the time it works.
You're right, but you know what? I'm impressed that they knew it was working and they didn't say, I have Joe Burrow and I'm going to go force that situation. They said, let's go with what works and let's get it done. And that to me, when the playoffs happen, that's how it happens. Because guess what? In some games, it's Derrick Henry running the ball 40 fucking times for them to come back and win. And it's not Ryan Tannehill. And there's a lot of games like that where it can happen. And Joe Mixon has that potential. So you know what? If they're going to start being smart enough to understand what the game calls for and doing what the game calls for, yeah, this team can win in the playoffs because they have a decent enough defense. You have offensive weapons for Joe Burrow, who any given Sunday can sling it, and you have a running back who can go out there and get it. So not only do I think that he wins the playoff, I think he wins this season. I think he can beat the Ravens. I think he can beat the Bills. There's no team in the AFC that's unbeatable, not at all.
No, absolutely. I like what Not Analytics brought up here. I purposely wrote this question. Hopefully someone was going to slam me on this one. But to be fair, coaching faults that he had, Marvin Lewis did a damn good job of rebuilding that roster in the early 2010s. That was a very good roster that had a limited ceiling with Dalton. Very true. Very true. Raj, your take.
So first off,
with wearing the sweater like a true wearing the holiday Thanksgiving sweater like a true Canadian, bro. You look like a fucking mini Drake, bro.
I got people over at my house. Okay, I have to be dressed decent.
You look good.
Thanks, boys.
He used to call me on my cell phone.
I'm calling Swaggy Raj.
Okay, so first off, this week
is that a turtleneck?
There's no way it is not a turtleneck. No. I should get a couple turtlenecks though. But no. Steelers. Okay, we got TJ Watt back. We got Joe Hayden back. We got Minka back. That's all you need to know. Steelers are winning this game. Simple as that. We didn't have TJ Watt last time we played the Bengals either. We lost by I don't even know. We lost by a fair margin, but we're beating them this time. It's not a question. Our O-line is better. Our O-line. Sorry, TJ Watt is back and Minka's back.
It's going to be a hell of a good game. It's going to be
for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, with TJ Minka being back, that defense we saw it last week. Let the Chargers put up 41 points on them, but I mean, it happened. Injuries happen. Whatever. As for the Bengals being a thing in the future, I don't know. It's really as simple as that.
You don't know because you're a Steelers fan.
Yeah, I really can't like make a comment on it whether or not they're going to be good because
why not just look at life past Big Ben? Because once that happens, they are a real thing.
That's already occurred. Look at how Big Ben plays.
Probably Taylor Heineke's right now. All right, I don't want to hear it.
hey, at least we're already getting a jump start on finding our next quarterback, which we've been doing for a lot of years. But it is what it is.
Jump start. See, Washington has had a bridge QB for like the past 9 years. Right? Since RG3, you guys have constant. I don't know how long that bridge is.
Fucking right.
I've never heard of a bridge QB over
San Francisco
9 years.
bridge.
It's just a bridge. It just keeps going.
It's been bridge QB since our last Super Bowl. Fuck you. It's okay.
If they were about to build a bridge like across the Atlantic Ocean, that's what the fucking Washington QB bridge is looking like right now.
Pittsburgh is not getting a dub this week. Pittsburgh is.
We are getting a dub this week, bro.
No,
This defense.
bro.
Okay, the offensive line is better than last time. Najee is the best running back in the NFL.
Joey
winning this
is
game.
about to do some work, bro.
No. You're listen.
I'm sorry,
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. This new guard, I'm liking what these young cats about to do in this new NFL. I cannot wait. This tomorrow, or I'm sorry, this is the most Sunday feeling fucking Friday of all. 2 days from now, 48 hours. Okay.
I mean, 48 hours, the game's gonna be done. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Shut up. God damn it.
All right, in about 32 and a half
Yeah,
hours.
32
There you go.
Approximately,
Yeah.
around about somewhere there. No, for real though. I like what these young QBs are going out there and doing. I'm ready for the young guard to take over. I've been ready.
You want
for
that Mac
this.
Jones?
As for the future of
Hold on.
Sorry, no, I want to finish my take.
Tomorrow sets the precedent. Tomorrow sets the precedent for a new day. A new day in y'all's division.
Yeah, it's true.
True. It's probably I think it is at this point the
It
closest
is-
division football, right?
After the
Like-
Bengals beat the fucking after the Bengals beat the black off of y'all. To where
I'll just
point
be
there's
yellow.
nothing but yellow left. Bro,
Robbie,
Bro,
go worry about your team's owner first.
Joe Burrow
then
is
talk
going
to me,
to
dog.
beat the dog shit out of your Steelers tomorrow or on Sunday.
Bro, you don't even know
And
what
we're
game.
gonna be
You don't
live.
even know what
We're
day
gonna
the
be watching.
games are. That's tough.
We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here to cover it. We're gonna be here to watch it.
All
I
right,
can't
we'll see.
wait.
We'll see.
I can't
It's
wait.
not happening. It's
Joe
not
Burrow
happening.
about to look like
Najee
Justin
is gonna
Herbert.
run all over that fucking defense. Najee's gonna dominate that defense.
Come
Don't even
on.
question it. What? Okay, hold on. Now I gotta check. Now I have to check.
See, that's where you lost me.
No. Give me a check. Give me a second.
Oh my gosh.
Man, listen. This Bengals team is gonna come correct. I think they're
Are they?
going to put it together. Yeah, absolutely. In the
Hell
last
no.
game that he faced versus the Steelers, he had a 77 completion percentage with 172
Okay,
yards passing,
once again, we
3
had no.
touchdowns.
Okay,
Come
once
on.
again, we had no
That's a
pass
lot
rush.
of
Cam
beating,
Hayward and TJ
fucking-
Watt did not play. We
You
had
got
no.
more excuses than pass
We
Boys
rush.
had
in the
no
hood.
pass rush.
Boys in the Hood? Is that Boys in the Hood?
Man, listen.
I want to say it's Boys in the Hood.
How
That's a
long
lot
is
of
TJ
beating.
Watt
Okay,
going
no.
to be
Hey,
on
stop.
the
I was just
field?
fucking around with that. Najee's the best. Okay, I was just fucking around with that. Top 10. So, we're just gonna say that. The Steelers are winning this game. That's it. End of the day. We gonna see on Sunday.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see on Sunday. They're winning this game.
Make sure you
Mike,
have a nice
Mike,
apology.
anything
Like,
that you want to add? Maddie said.
52 out of
Maddie said.
53 guys on that roster
Oh
get
shit!
shot.
It
and
is loving
Washington still say
basketball.
they're gonna
Damn
win.
it! I knew it was a classic.
All right. So,
Maddie said that y'all not winning.
all right.
I would listen to Matty on that one.
Here we go. I'm going backwards in his last handful of games. Burrow, 148 yards last week, but that was the only yardage bad game. He had 282, 259,
Yep.
416, 271,
Never mind, you had Jets on your side.
281,
Yep.
and 348.
Aye.
And
But-
172 against Pittsburgh.
No, hold,
With 3
Raj, don't steal my thunder. Sit aside, Canadian boy. He had 172 yards, but they still lost 24-10. He still had 3 freaking touchdowns.
We had no pass rush.
I'm
Literally,
not-
the Steelers have the best front seven in the league, and we were missing our 2 premier players. We were missing Cam Hayward and TJ Watt. We had no pass rush. What do you expect?
All right,
Please
I
don't.
won't make the point that Pittsburgh was going to win the game. All right.
Go for it. No, continue.
See, Raj is getting so defensive.
I mean, yo,
And-
when I'm 5-1 trying to defend my team, I gotta get defended.
They're not 5-1.
You weren't
I'm
even
not
5-1.
against that.
You weren't even
4-2, 4-2,
5-1.
same shit. 4-2,
I was the
same
only
shit.
person ragging on you.
No. Taco and
I'm not gonna
fucking Maddie's in
Burrow,
the chat. I
actually.
see you, Maddie.
Maddie's in the chat.
But I
I'm
think
not
for
Burrow right now. I actually
for-
have to bench him. I don't trust
for
him
the
yet.
future, I think Burrow gets to the AFC title game in less than in 5 years.
I would
Oh,
hope
Burrow
so.
could be
I
the
would.
best quarterback.
Oh,
in the
AFC
season.
title game. AFC title game in 5 years. Yeah,
I mean,
can see that.
He's the first overall. Him and
I mean, he
Baker.
better.
First
That's
round
what
is
I'm saying.
something.
He better.
I hope he does. For
Yeah.
his
Baker
future.
is
Look,
trash.
look. She said that you're correct on that. Okay.
Exactly. Thank you, Maddie.
There
Okay,
you
see,
go.
exactly. Okay, bring up Justin's comment again. Imagine our healthy defense played against the Chargers last game. We would have won. But we had fucking Henry Mondeau and Derek Tussaud or some shit like that playing. Like, what?
Next
Didn't
man
y'all
up,
tie with
baby,
the
next man
Lions?
up.
Back to my
Yo,
original
no
point. You need to
excuses
have
for-
depth to win
Again, no TJ
championships,
Watt,
dude.
no TJ Watt, no Minka. That's all
Don't
I'm
lose to Cincinnati then.
We
Then
won't
don't lose to
I heard your dad
Cincinnati.
be
God,
Funny,
you're a
they can
Giants
break up.
fan. I don't want to hear shit out of your mouth.
Don't lose to Cincinnati.
You're a fucking Giants fan. You're a Giants fan. Don't talk.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yo, hey, yo, come Sunday stream, everybody is gonna be closet fucking Bengals fans except Rod.
Yeah.
Like we're all just gonna be sitting there with fucking black and orange on our face, ready to go. Like let's
Man.
go.
I'm gonna just be sitting here with my fucking helmet and shit. Like, let's get this, boys.
Tennessee
Fuck
lost to the Jets.
Can't even
too.
fit the fucking helmet.
Yeah,
Cincinnati did lose.
Justin,
Yo, okay,
Justin, we
Chandler's
can't-
fucking
the
Justin.
number one
here, right?
seed.
Justin, you can't use that argument.
Yes, he can.
Is he-
Tennessee is the
Yes, he
one
can.
seed.
Yeah,
All right, so then Sunday beers and fucking watching and fucking just razzing the shit
Beers
out
and
of
Bengals,
Rod.
baby. Beers and
Let's
Bengals.
go,
That's
bro.
it. Beers and Bengals all day
Let's
Sunday.
go, Dilly to Cincinnati.
Jamar
Yo.
Chase gonna catch
Oh.
3 touchdowns. He gonna make Minka look.
That guy's
like
a super.
Um,
Dude, Jamar Chase is a superstar. Holy
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
Without
Yo.
the white,
He's
without the
fun
white
to watch.
stripes.
Hey, for really quick before we get into the next topic, Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton, sit down. Smokey Joe's your daddy.
Ooh.
I don't
Just like
know.
Mac
Carson
Jones
Palmer's
said,
actually been to a
Get ready.
championship.
Get ready. Hey, Marvin Lewis, Zach Taylor's about to be your daddy. Get
Ooh.
ready.
Don't
They
go
all,
that far.
they all
Don't
cheap.
hate
Get
on Carson
ready.
Palmer. He had a
Get
good career.
ready.
Wait till
Get
Mac
ready.
Jones does that to Cam Newton.
See, you know what's great? See, the Rumboyz Fantasy Network as a company started at such a great time back in 2018 because I remember this being like one of our biggest birthing like bold takes that like kind of got us a lot of buzz where I was like, yo, the new guard that's about to come in, these next couple of classes, like it's gonna be dangerous. Like we were on like the new guard talk, like ahead of everyone. And now, like, it's even happened with the coaches. I'm excited for the way the NFL's about to look in the next couple of years.
So
Like,
question: how do you feel about the new guard this season? It's pretty sus.
the new guard,
Very
this draft class is fucking this draft class is ass. This draft class is ass, and it's probably gonna be the hardest draft class that I've scouted. I'm up for the challenge, but I'm not excited. Like I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh yeah, Spencer Rattler film.
Yeah,
Like
I've
that's
heard
like,
nothing
like
and I
it's-
heard that he is off the field. That's to do with the off the field
So,
issues.
yeah,
or
he has some off the field shit too.
So
His
I heard that
attitude
it was
is
so
just
bad
not
that it was like
there.
you can't even justify some of these things.
Yeah, his attitude is he's just really fucking arrogant. From what I've heard,
He's from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Zona, yeah, Silver
That
Spoon.
should tell you enough.
Oh, Scottsdale's like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro, Scottsdale got shmoney, dude.
Scottsdale's the shmoney of Arizona.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
straight
Gotcha.
shmoney. As the New England Patriots get set to take on the visiting Tennessee Titans, the only 10 that I see. Visiting Tennessee Titans. Let it be known. What the fuck? How did I write this question? Why did I write this halfway like high as shit?
Let it be known the Patriots are going
Alright.
to long dick the Titans, and it's going to
So
be an
basically,
unbelievable
what it's gonna
game.
say is, let be that Mac
Let-
and Cheese was in any other offense, would he flourish without Bill Belichick?
Yeah. But let's go ahead and be that. Oh, now I see. Okay. All right. So as the New England Patriots get set to take on the visiting Tennessee Titans, let's go ahead and be that show and dare to ask if Mac and Cheese, aka Mac Jones, AK returning to Mac. AK Mac Attack.
Why?
AK Big Mac.
Why? Why?
Was in any other offense, would he flourish without Bill Belichick? We start with Mike.
I think that Mac Jones would be in the middle of the hunt, but he would not be. Bill Belichick is the reason he is succeeding more than anything. He's putting him in the right positions. Could he prove later on that he can do it on his own, but not at this point of his career? He's got to mature. So, yes, without Bill Belichick, he would not be much at this point.
So what about the other rookies? So, like, put like T-Law or like Justin Fields.
If you put Mac Jones in any other position that the rookie quarterbacks are in, I think T-Law would be doing better at Jacksonville than Mac Jones would.
I agree.
Okay. Raj?
Okay, I know what most of y'all are going to say, so just to be devil's advocate in advance, we said the same shit about Tom Brady, that, he's not going to do shit without we all said that, and, like, I know everyone on this panel said that, so...
not me, wasn't here.
Okay.
Yeah, you weren't even in diapers. You weren't even born yet, Raj.
Oh, last year?
2000. No, we're talking about coming out of Rook.
No. I said when
I know
Tom Brady
I see what Raj is
left.
trying to do here.
When Tom Brady left New England, okay, when he was drafted, we didn't know no one knew he was going to do shit. No one knew he was going to do shit. But when he left New England and went to Tampa Bay, no one thought he was
Brady. He could leave. I was
Tom Brady, but how many people said, "Oh, he's a system QB"? Bill Belichick was the reason.
Haters said that shit. Us
Dolphins majority of
Brady's
football fans said that.
Brady's playbook though wasn't as conservative at the beginning. It was conservative as fuck.
Okay,
but it was not as conservative.
How many field goals? That first Super Bowl was how many field goals?
True. Yeah. Oh, also, yeah. Just to get this out of the way, Adam Vinatieri did carry Tom Brady, but whatever.
Wow.
Nick Folk?
I'm really just doing this to piss off John. I'm really doing this to piss off John. I'm sorry.
I'm so glad you qualified that. I was supposed to be triggered.
Yeah.
For like the first 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, just that,
just the beginning steps.
Just the first couple championships.
The first couple of rings.
Like Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben got carried by our defense. I'll admit that, dog, because he did.
And the bus.
So Trey Lance, would he be successful in Bill's offense?
I mean, he could be successful in the Niners offense. He hasn't gotten a chance yet.
Okay. Oh, so you're on there, Simba.
Am I wrong? Am I fucking wrong?
You're not wrong.
Exactly.
Fucking Lion King over here. Can't wait to be king. Shit. Raj came out with the tenacity today. I love it. He was ready. He's ready to go. He's like, ah. Taco, what you got?
It's that Drake in him right now. You know?
Yeah, it's the Drake in him, bro. It's like Canadian whiskey. It's call me on myself.
But I'll be honest. Like Mac Jones is probably rookie of the year right now, and it's not just because he's playing for Bill Belichick. It's because he's delivering. Let's face facts. If you compare him to a Baker Mayfield or Kirk Cousins or any one of these other guys, you could easily argue that you'd rather have Mac Jones over them, especially considering this kid is a rookie and just seeing some of these defenses for the first time. He's a smart kid, and the more he sees and the more tape he gets to assimilate, I feel like the better he's going to become. Because he's one of those perfectionists. He's very much like a Tom Brady in the essence of he's not happy if they're up by 3 touchdowns, but he misses that throw on 3rd down because guess what? He knows he's going to keep getting better. And to me, as I look at a team that's going to be heading into the playoffs, having a guy like that, yeah, I think that does bode well. I think he's better than a Baker. I think that he's the best quarterback right now out of this class. I think that he probably would be competing for a starting role for the 49ers. Who would have probably taken him if they didn't get hyped up on this Lance train. And I think that he's actually better than people are giving him credit for because he's doing what he has to do to win. Yes, they built a little bit of a playbook around him, but you know what? If I had Mike Shanahan or any one of these other guys, they would build the system that works for him if he's their starter. That's what a good coach does, and that's what they do. So I think that, yes, he would survive with some of these other coaches.
So, Taco, I'm going to say BS because good coaches, they on 3rd and 31, they go up the middle. All right, that's what they do.
or they understand the psychology that goes behind their quarterback. And they
Fucking
say,
Maddie, I have
you know
FOMO
what?
so bad right now. Why didn't you just ask me for the link?
Drop
I
that
mean, we're
link.
about to be it. We're about
Oh,
to
you
be
right.
but yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd have been like before the show, or I don't know. All right, I just stuck my own foot in my mouth. Go ahead.
So
Shut to the
this
what, Raj? Raj?
Go, John.
I'm really trying to piss y'all off today. I fucking love it.
I just it's funny. I think that we need to first of all, I want to give a little bit of love to Josh McDaniels. I don't know why everyone always wants to credit Bill Belichick, which is great. I love crediting Bill Belichick, but Josh McDaniels really runs that offense as the quarterback's coach and comes up with the playbook. And Bill is a great guy, and he does a lot for the organization. For sure, puts the team in good situations, and I'm sure he touches the offense as much as he wants to. But Josh McDaniels does a lot. You see on the sidelines, it's Mac and Josh. They're really, they're building that connection together, which to me, so do I think he could do better in another organization, another situation? Yeah, of course. I think that Mac Jones is a good quarterback. I think he'd be fine. I don't think that his ceiling would be as high as we've seen. I don't think he would have these explosions of points and passer ratings and completion percentages. I think, they might, I think other organizations might kind of screw up the progression of Mac Jones, but he's still a good quarterback and would still thrive in any system. And like you said, a good coach gets his hands on it, they'll figure it out. But again, I just want to be a little, Josh McDaniels is doing a good job with this situation as well. It is very much Bill Belichick's team for sure. And I love the Patriots. I love the Patriots forever. I love Bill Belichick, but it's funny how a lot of people will be quick to be like, oh, Bill and Mac. It's like, man, it's a lot of Josh and Mac on the sidelines. It's a lot of Josh coming up with, ways to create space for some of these players, get the ball out of Mac's hands quickly and do all this different stuff. So I just wanted to give a quick little show of love to him, because I know Josh McDaniels is listening to the show. I know he's watching.
I know he's watching.
I know he's watching. I know.
Oh, that'd be great.
I had to just, hey man,
Yeah,
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Hold on.
He's probably going to get a head coach.
Wait. I'm just going to say this now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to say this now. As we have learned in the last couple of weeks, like month or so, we never know who the fuck is watching this show.
For real. Yeah, for real.
Some of the people, I'll say this. Some of you guys in the industry that tune in, just because you don't comment, when you hit me with the follow afterwards, and we start talking the DMs, and it's like, yo, love your work, I enjoy it. I'm happy that you enjoy it. But I just want y'all to know, I can do a segment or two clean. Okay? Look, just like every comedian has a clean set. I have a clean set, okay? So I just want y'all to know, you don't got to be afraid.
I'm unadulterated. I'm raw constantly. Raw all the time. Come at you hard, constantly. Spitting
very professional.
Give me a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries. So that's my take on Mac Jones. So,
cheers. Yeah. Maddie's prove it, Robbie. One day I will. Look, that's what they invented YouTube Shorts for. YouTube Shorts is where all my clean content will come, because I can only keep it clean for that amount of time. I'm kidding.
I'll get you some orbits, bro. We'll fix that shit.
Dirty mouth. Yo, those were the greatest commercials.
That's good.
That's so funny. I brought that commercial up the other day. Lint liquor. I brought that up the other day.
Dirty lint liquor.
You dirty lint liquor. So unbelievable.
Cootie queen.
Oh my god.
Payne, your go.
So I'm gonna say no, he wouldn't be. I think he, the thing that he came into was that him and Trevor Lawrence are the most pro-ready QBs coming into the league. Mm-hmm. We've seen this for other people before. We saw this for Josh Rosen even, and so on and so forth. If he ends up at the wrong organization, no, he would be suffering, right? We see it time and time again. Good players go to bad organizations and they just get sodomized. Trevor Lawrence right now is in a fucking
What an adjective.
is
What a
getting
fucking
sodomized
verb.
every fucking week, every Sunday, and he's international. He's getting sodomized in fucking London too. He just happened to pull a win right at the end.
I think it's legal in London.
Yeah, it's like we see it. Like let's list all the QBs that had potential to be good. Like I always think of like Brady Quinn is one of those guys that could have been actually really, really good. Sam Bradford, pretty fucking good. You know, I don't like Sam Bradford, you know, but I will admit he had potential to be amazing.
You make a great point.
Right? Like,
yeah.
So if Mac Jones ends up on the Bears, the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars, the fucking Jets, Miami, you know what I mean? Like, he dies. He dies yesterday. He fucking is. He's gonna be like Jake Locker, trying to retire as soon as he can. You know, that kind of shit. Like, it wouldn't surprise me because there's a lot of shit-tastic organizations. And Maddie pointed out, like, you know, he's doing shitty weapons, but that's kind of Bill Belichick's thing. And Josh McDaniels, they can do with shitty weapons.
Yeah.
But look at like Jacksonville. What they have a crap around him offensively. Realistically, they do, right? You had at one point DJ Shark, who's basically dead, Laviska Shenault, who can't do anything. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know if his upside would be there. If he ends up on 2012 Bills, would he be good? The answer fucking no, he wouldn't be, because that franchise was atrocious. If he ends up on the Texans, he would, you know, be getting massages right now. Like, it's just bad days.
Fuck.
He's fucking team. It's like, dude, like, am I wrong? Like,
no.
If they end up on these other teams, he's so fucked. So yeah, I don't think his upside is where it's at if he ends up on another team. But that being said, to take into Bill Belichick's fucking and Josh McDaniel, all these guys, like, to take in that Patriots philosophy is not easy. Reggie Wayne went over there, was like, oh, fuck that. Like, he was like, oh, no, I've been in the league for 30. Nope.
Oh, fuck.
He left.
Standing behind the Bears O-line is like sliding into Ted Bundy's DMs.
Oh,
God,
wow.
man. Like, nothing you want to be a part of that shit. Those fucking teams, dude. Imagine, like,
that's
that
horrible.
goes on the Lions, right? Like, would he even be at week 11?
Such a good joke.
Fucked up.
No, I don't. So,
no, he'd be at IR. Like, that's what I'm just saying. That's what's gonna happen. So shit-tastic fucking teams do shit-tastic things. Mm-hmm. They kill confidence. They kill. That's why I'm so glad Justin Fields hopefully doesn't play for the rest of the season, because he can't take any more fucking hits. He's gonna be pissing blood in like no time flat.
Exactly,
you know, like,
dude.
Developing
some of these guys take for rookies, and everyone keeps saying they should put them out there. I'm like, you high?
And
like, are you like ridiculously high? In the top off, some of these coaching staffs are even worse.
No, if they were high, their takes would sound a little bit more closer to ours.
No, they have to be high. You can't be running 3-31 with a fucking rushing play up the gut. No. You can't. You can't fucking do that shit. Like, there's just bad coaching, bad franchises. Just so no. I think Mac Jones would be suffering right now. He would be calling him Bust City. People would be saying shit like, "Oh, see, that's why his ass went to the whatever fucking pick instead of the top 3." Yeah. Because.
Yeah, like if he was on the, but here's the thing too, though. Like, here's a real situation was like the Broncos. Like, what if the Broncos drafted him? Like,
he would be dead, because fucking McAndrew up there would be like, "Hey man, hey buddy, like, can you throw it behind the line of scrimmage? That'd be kind of cool." I think you need more running backs out there to do shit. Like, I don't like. I think more than 5 yards.
If there's more situations Max could have gone to than that he would have succeeded, then he would have failed. I agree with you. There's probably 5 or 6 or 7 organizations he would have gone to where he would have completely failed. But I think there was more situations where he could have succeeded.
One team.
I'll say this. I'll say this.
Better than Daniel Jones if the Giants decided to stay there and take him.
No, he would go over there and die. Yeah. That entire roster's injured.
He would still be better than Daniel Jones.
No, he would be better. He would be better than Daniel Jones. Would he be forced to make throws that I don't think that
you can't throw to?
They wouldn't know how to use
a quarterback at his level. Shouldn't be asked to do some of the things that his peers have been asked to do.
I agree.
He hasn't been asked to do certain things in his system because the system has, like John said, been tailored to him.
Yeah. Right. right now, Mac Jones can't. If he was on the Giants, he would have to throw passes to the medical tent because all the fucking wide receivers are in there. All three of them. Oh fuck! Oh man! Like that's
Just
what
throwing darts into the fucking blue.
He just throws to the medical tent because Kenny Olay has missed like how many?
Daniel
games?
Jones is not a
Cody
fucking
and
starter.
Shepard's out. Saquon's been out. Like, dude, like there's nothing. Like there's only two. Like out of the teams that could have drafted a quarterback this year, right? Short of maybe
It can't
the
be
Steelers,
worse than
draft,
Jones.
but
What I'll say
only
is
the Patriots would have succeeded.
what I'll say is Mac could not be as successful as he is now in any other system.
Maybe the 49ers.
But
Maybe the
I will
49ers.
also say, maybe the 49ers because Shanahan. Shanahan is just Shanahan.
He runs a really solid offense.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Now-
Those are the only teams that
Now
drafted QBs.
any other quarterback going to Belichick's system, aside from Justin Fields, I think would be successful. I think that what we're getting out of Fields, Matt Nagy aside, Ryan Pace aside, Bill Lazor aside,
There's 5 pillows in front of him outside on the O line.
Like road cones.
They should just put Legos out there.
Belichick likes that
like,
check down
like,
shit.
I think that we're getting what we're getting out of Fields and what we would have gotten out of Fields, and maybe a part of that is me following the whole Ohio State philosophy.
Yeah.
Ohio State typically not producing, NFL QBs. Maybe that's me being jaded. And I know that I was super high on his scouting profile. Well, guys, don't worry. There's going to be a couple more guys this year that are going to be high on that aren't going to fucking pan out. But don't worry. There's going to be about 80% of other guys I'm going to freaking hit on. All right.
The only other team that could have succeeded with a new quarterback with like Mac Jones, that type of stuff, would have been Washington football team because they have the offensive setup to do it. If they drafted QB, but they didn't. But I mean, outside of that, like realistically, it's just the Patriots and Kyle Shanahan. Like Patriots and the 49ers are the only two offenses I think that could have succeeded.
I think he could have had decent year with the Broncos.
I think the Broncos could have been something because
they would be a losing record though. It wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be terrible, but it would be a losing record.
Like Mac Jones could potentially fucking get a playoff win this year as a rookie.
Oh hell yeah!
Like
with the Patriots, he wouldn't be able to do it with any other team though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, with the Patriots, no, he definitely
Patriots,
would not be getting a playoff.
maybe 49ers, and that's about it.
All
Jimmy
right.
G plays like Mac Jones. It's like the fucking same thing. That's why I think it could be done.
So we got our final. We got our final. Our final topic for tonight. Our final game to cover. And we're just gonna jump straight to Rum Day Night Football. It's basically a fucking pick 'em at this point. You got an over under 47 points, money line at 105 for Seattle, money line at 115 for Washington, with a 1-point spread between the two. Okay. The Seattle Seahawks find themselves in basically a pick 'em versus the Washington football team. Washington has been on a hot streak as of recently. Is Russ going to cook, or what happens here? We start with you, Pang.
I think used to be second half season. Russ was amazing. This last, I think, year or two, it's been first half. Russ is pretty good. I want to say he can do well. I just don't think it's going to happen. We talked about this before. DK Metcalf is not in his mind right now. That O-line has been bad for 7 years now, since 2014, or even worse than that. Probably since 2013, the O-line's been so bad, so 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they get it done. I think I would be surprised if there's more than 2 touchdowns thrown by Russ. The O-line, that rushing game is bad too. I'm hoping DJ Dallas takes the job because Alex Collins fucking blows big old donkey balls, and I'm hoping he's watching the show.
But DJ Dallas sucks as well.
I hope he'll fucking show.
These are my friends.
I love his whole, him and his daughter relationship. That shit's cool. The whole Irish dance shit. But I remember watching him take like 9 steps to move 2 steps forward.
Yeah. It's rough, man. So he was a borderline player when he was in his prime, and he's got some tread on the tire. He's got age on him now, so it's even worse. Yeah,
he's profiting from like the Ravens one and done type of thing, like Justin Forsett himself, and it's like I don't know. So I don't think they're gonna I would probably take Washington football team. I actually, honestly, I won't even take a bet on that game. I don't, because who fucking knows? And at least Heineke can throw touchdowns right now. At least Gibson can run it in. Like offensively, like they look better. So and defensively, they look better because I don't know. I just don't trust anything to do with Seattle. That team should be in rebuild mode. They should trade Russ away. There's no reason to keep him. Like with a Lambo at a trailer park. What's the point?
Yeah.
The fact that you just said Washington scares the fuck out of me, but it's not going to sway my take when I get to my turn. John.
I'm kind of with Peng here. I think that Seattle's one-dimensional now with no run game. They're a little easy to stop on offense. I think Washington can figure it out. It's at Washington, which when it's a pick 'em, I always lean towards the home team. So I think Washington's going to come out, piss and vinegar. This game means. I'm serious. This game. This is the type of
His
thing.
fucking face looks like he smells the vinegar.
What the fuck is that? I'm so confused.
You've never heard that? You've never heard that reference? Pissing vinegar?
I have no.
Oh yeah, it's like when you piss. You've never heard that? Oh, dude, my hockey coach used to say that all the time. Yo, you go out there and start pissing vinegar. It's like when you're real fucking angry.
Real angry,
yeah. You pissing vinegar, man. Like what's up, dude?
Sounds like some angry shit.
Yeah, it's some angry white people shit. Yeah, it's some angry white people shit. But yeah, no. So I think that Washington really has something to prove. The same way I thought that Cincinnati had something to prove last week. I think Washington wants to go out there and win this game and show the world like we're a legitimate team in the come playoffs. So. This is a big statement game for them, and they're gonna come through. So I like Washington a lot in this game.
Hey, really quick before we get into the next take, does San Jose sway back against Toronto tonight in hockey?
Oh, I don't. What's the game at right now? I didn't even
2-1 in first intermission.
Dude, I'm going Toronto.
Toronto's playing good hockey, man. I mean, they're a franchise to me that have done. They turned it around pretty quick, and it sucks because I don't want Toronto to be a good. I like the Bruins, obviously. Like I don't like any Canadian team. I hate the Montreal Canadiens. I don't like the Leafs.
Well,
but sorry. I just don't. It's in my shitty Boston blood to not like you guys. But I think that Toronto's done a good. Built a young core. They're fast. They can score at will. It's tough to beat. And then, goaltending can get hot at any point in time and take over a game. So if they're
I'm taking Toronto.
2-1 with how much left?
It's just now first intermission.
Yeah, wow. So they got out 2 goals early. I mean, they could just start pouring it on in the second quarter, in the second intermission. I mean, what am I saying? Second period.
I know nothing about fucking hockey. Besides that, my hometown, the Blues, is a very
Canadian. And
weirdly enough, a very big popular town for fucking hockey, and we have St. Louis 1 year. St. Louis Blues.
You guys with the
Blues.
The Blues are a good team.
Blues were.
It's the fan base is like weirdly enough really into hockey in St. Louis, which is like what the fuck.
One of the first sports memorabilia I ever got was a signed Brett Hull hockey puck. When he was on the St. Louis Blues. It was crazy. I remember he was the first person to hit a slap shot over 100 miles per hour. It's crazy. Yeah, wow. Yeah,
damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
Brett Hull.
Damn.
100 miles. Imagine a puck 100 miles per hour coming at you.
Pucks weigh like a couple pounds too.
Yeah, dude, they're no joke. That hurts. That hurts. Yeah.
Could you imagine Shea Weber or Subban? Ooh,
yeah.
Like 108 coming at your head.
Dude, Chara in the All-Star game had I think it was like 111, something crazy.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I took Toronto just so everyone wants to check on my degeneracy. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. You're listening to the show.
Before we progress a little bit, I want to listen to what Maddie put in her thing. And a thing that I think she said is really good. And the thing about Russ right now is like a lot of these quarterbacks, I'm glad they're leaving their franchises. Like Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, but Jared Goff sucked anyways. Wasn't a fucking fan. But I'm glad these fuckers are leaving. It makes sense to leave a team that doesn't want you or treats you like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Palmer did it. Shit like that. People need to do that. Like Russ, people need to stop taking fucking money and leave.
Chase a championship. I will never. It's so funny. And I wish Brian was here because Brian's the biggest advocate. My co-host on the FTLS. He's the biggest advocate of this. Dude, go get your title. Like, who cares?
I wouldn't even say get a title.
Like, if that's what Russ wants. If Russ is like, look, Seattle, this just isn't in the cards right now. We're not going to win it all. I'm in my prime. I want to go somewhere where I can win. Like that's all. That should be every player's objective. It shouldn't be like, oh, I have to be loyal to this franchise that drafted me. Like, no, like,
Damian Lillard ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, like go get your championship.
I mean, I have a question.
Yeah.
At what point do you consider it a job? When do you consider it a game? Because if it's a job, my job is to get the most money.
Like imagine if Jake Butler ever ended up in a
then
team
I could work out a trade as we've seen like every other in a lot of other sports. Because Russ says, "Hey, you know what? Me and Seattle, we've had a good thing. I'm owed this money. You guys have made me the face. Let's do this. If it doesn't work, we make a trade. We go our separate ways. We do what we got to do. But if it's a business decision, which at this point it should be for Russ, he was a 3rd round pick. It's not like he came in was making the most money. You got to take the business move. So I don't fault him for taking the money with Seattle. And perennially speaking, Seattle's been a good team. It's only fairly recently that we can say that Seattle's beginning to falter a bit.
I would say they sucked.
And it's partly because of injury.
I would say they sucked for the last 4 years easily.
Didn't they make were they in the playoffs last year?
They make the playoffs
know.
because their division was bad for those years.
You have different definitions of suck. You got to remember that. You're a Giants fan.
True, but you can't be making the playoffs most years and be saying you suck.
Do you feel the same way about the Bengals when they did it 8 years straight?
Yeah. I was about to say we can bring up the Bengals like where they made.
I mean, Miami made it with a good record, but
Seattle's won a Super Bowl. They lost another Super Bowl, and then they lost all that defense, and now they're rebuilding it back. So it's not like the other teams, like Cincinnati, that's never won and they've been perennially rebuilding. They went to 2 Super Bowls. They have a Super Bowl. That defense,
but that's 2015. That's 6 years ago.
But they all aged.
Like that's
so now you're rebuilding it. You're trying to rebuild it with Russ. They're trying to rebuild while staying relevant, and that's the hardest thing to do.
I know. But
and my point is, Russ should look at the franchise and say that's not how you do this. That's not how this works. Like,
But then what do you do then? Like you just say, I'm going to leave and take less money to go.
Hey, put it like this. Hey, Taco. Should Will leave Jada?
Listen, I don't know what's going on over there. He might be down into some crazy shit. I don't know. He seemed to love her though.
Russ should have been trying to leave now. Russ should have. And Russ could have gotten money. You think Russ, it's open market 3 years ago, he ain't gonna get paid?
But the Seahawks came to him with the plan. He wanted to move in the offseason. They said, nah, chill, we're gonna do this. He was the good soldier. Now he has leverage in the offseason.
Yeah, that's my point. At this point, he should be trying to leave. Like
now, yes, I can understand.
More QBs need to do this. Like you can't be running 3 contracts. Like you can't be Carmelo. You can't just sit there on.
But then you start looking like Ben Simmons, right?
Huh?
Then all of a sudden you're the bad guy.
You gonna compare him to Ben Simmons? Sucky, no 3
but that's like why as fans and why are we turning them into bad guys because they're going to do their thing? Like if they're chasing that's an attitude on us as fans that we need to change. And
people love Stafford for leaving. I've never seen somebody cheer for a guy leaving so hard.
It's because Stafford was. The reason everyone loved Stafford when he left is because Stafford they consider him a good guy and a good quarterback, and he never got over 500.
Yeah, and his franchise was a shit. I think Seattle has gotten to that point where they're not good right now, and that if Russ left,
they're not.
The majority of the fan base, maybe not Seattle, but we'd be like, yeah, I would leave too because
Seattle would probably understand. Seattle would still fucking show love. The 12th man is going to be divided on that one. Yeah. And fuck Seattle fans that are going to hate because you know what? You're going to hate. Haters are going to hate. All right. Y'all ever seen Paid in Full? Y'all ever seen fucking Paid in Full? Fucking Rico's little dusty ass.
You
can't. There's a lot of Ricos out here. You can't stop a Rico.
And I'm happy that Stafford got walked for leaving.
Huh?
I think we need to promote that a little bit more. Like, sorry guys, I don't like getting beat up every week.
So wait, they made the playoff 2018, 2019, 2020.
But they weren't good when they made it.
Sure, there's a difference between making playoffs and.
I mean, they were in the division in 2019.
I'm gonna win a title.
You lost to the Rams last year, 30-20. It's not like you're sitting here saying that the Seahawks are like they're literally like Maybe you get 1 or 2 pieces on defense, and it's competing for a championship. It's not like it's
So
blow it up.
I would say
mean,
that defense has been bad at least since 2017-18. And then they tried to repair it with John Wall Adams and these other guys that just didn't work. They gave up picks. They gave up shit to do things that just didn't work. At this point, I was saying, like, at this fucking point, like, what do you do?
Where would Russ go that he has a better consistency of only missing the playoff 1 year in like the last 10 years?
He can go anywhere.
Like anywhere
He's
that's going to
Russell
make it.
Wilson.
But that's going to be that consistently good?
Yeah.
How many coaches do not win?
Go with anyone that you put around him.
I would say that if
plug him in at
Donald
Miami.
can leave and people cheer for him, I think Russell Wilson could leave.
He could come to the Giants and suck.
Well, that's because your franchise likes to just fucking.
But that's what the point is.
But
he's with a franchise that
But he
wins.
gets a choice. He can
overall,
leave
the
up
Giants
and-
have decent weapons. Seattle's weapons, besides DK and Lockett,
Lockett's
aren't
good.
Collins
Aren't
wasn't.
they-
I mean, not Collins.
Like, you don't think
Carson
he could
wasn't
walk
bad.
into Washington?
Like
We were just
10
talking about
games
Washington being
altogether.
a competitor
Bro,
with
like
Tyler
3 seasons.
He
Heineke.
could walk into Washington.
He could walk into
fucking
Washington
get a
and be a
Super Bowl right
stud
away.
and be a
He
stud
could,
Miami.
he could get a ring right away.
Miami.
You're right.
You know,
There's
Denver
He'd walk in
again.
right
Denver.
behind Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers leaves, and he'd be fine.
But
Sure.
is that really going to be that much better than what he has now?
He can walk to
He can't
Denver.
knock it?
What's going to
And now they have
I
expire?
agree with what Maddie said. They needed fucking new coaches going to make them
The O line would be better.
Look,
They don't
Look,
have
run
the
game would be
weapons to be
better.
multidimensional. They don't
No.
have the weapons, though. That's the problem.
Exactly,
They
and
have
that's
two
what
wide
I'm saying.
receivers.
Yeah,
They don't
And
have a
that's
running back. They
what
don't have a
isn't
tight
bad.
end. They don't have nothing.
they don't have O linemen. They have
so
nothing else.
then hold on. Here's how we'll answer this, okay? Because it is a pick'em. All right. I'll break it down into 3 sips. 3-part question, 3 sips.
Like,
All right. Y'all know how the game goes.
Okay.
He exactly, man. He could walk into Denver.
You want to anywhere.
Y'all know
Look
how
at
the
Mac
game
Jones.
goes.
So come on, Jones. I love Denver. I love Denver.
Y'all know how the game goes. So first we'll go money line. We'll go over under, and then we're gonna go point spread. Okay.
Isn't the spread 1?
He is a pick 'em,
One.
right?
The
At that
spread
point,
is
it's a
1.
money line pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just do the spread and the money line at the same thing because it's a pick 'em. So it's gonna be
Third
2.
question will be
It'll
who
2.
scores first.
Yeah. Third question we'll do who scores first. All right. So first with the over under, we are not gonna reveal any picks yet. Everyone have their drinks ready?
What is it again?
We're on.
I'll fucking take it.
No, what is it? What is the over?
I'm about to give it to you. We're on DraftKings Sportsbook. Per DraftKings Sportsbook, over under 47. If you are taking the under, take a sip.
Oh, damn it. Suck.
I'll take the under.
Yeah,
I'll take the under.
Okay, I'm just sipping a sip now. Just
No,
My
okay, go ahead.
guy.
Now take your sip to
That's,
sip.
that's
So
Rumboyz
go
After Dark.
You ready? You ready?
Yep.
If you are taking Washington on the money line, take a sip.
Oh, my guy.
let Russ cook, baby.
I miss Chase Young, by the way.
I miss Chase Young too.
Already.
I think all but paying are taking Washington on the money line.
No,
I
And
got
Taco.
Taco.
Okay, you two got Seattle.
I
I
got
wish
Seattle.
I wish you guys the best of luck.
I got Seattle.
Watch Russ go out there and absolutely have a fucking field day.
Mike
I
was
know
talking
it.
about
Oh,
Seattle.
God, 420 yards and 5
Bro.
touchdowns.
Bro, I was about like I've been picking against my
hates the
team.
Cards
I've been
and the
picking my
Packers.
team have lost.
I can't take Seattle.
I've been picking.
I'm with
I've been
you,
picking
Jay. I
against my
can't.
team. Our last 2 wins.
Don't reverse jinx this shit.
Hold on,
Don't be playing that shit.
hold on. I've also intentionally kept them off the show sheet, and I've kept them off air.
You have.
Football team defense does suck, Justin.
Let's
Here's the
find out.
problem.
Let's find out if I have a curse on me
The
or not.
Seattle offense is like that. It's one dimensional. It doesn't
So
know how to do anything besides go deep.
Bro, I have to commentate that game fucking Rum Day night. If I have come Monday night, if I have a meltdown on air as a commentator, like it won't be the first meltdown I've had as a commentator, but it'll be a fucking Monday's gonna be a shit. We might kick off promo early for Monday's stream, and we'll probably see if we can make Monday stream a little crazy. I haven't called my own team fucking prime time in a hot minute. It's about to get intense.
Oh yeah, I'll troll.
He said, "I'll troll." Might have to make Monday like the Manny cast. You don't need a goalie if the opposing team can't score. Oh! Get him!
Russ is about to cook. DK gonna go off for 150.
I hope he fucking does, because it's
No, he
embarrassing that
doesn't.
he hasn't.
Yo,
That guy's on pace not to finish it.
But let's be real. Russ had a finger issue. He came into a cold weather versus Packers. The Cardinals defense has been good. It's not like he's facing two of the best defenses in the game.
The defense was bad, but Colt McCoy gave them the ball a lot of chances.
You're right, but rhythm is a thing. He got to get his
rhythm is a dancer. I get that.
Rhythm. I was just gonna say rhythm is a
But he's
dancer.
supposed to be. And he's an
This
elite
is the
quarterback.
rhythm
That's what
of
he's
the
supposed to
night.
be. He is an elite quarterback.
All night.
He'll be
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Smith gave DK Metcalf like 4
He'll
touchdowns.
be fine. Let Russ chill, bro. Let Russ chill.
I hope he does. I love Russ.
Hey, let's
He
get
gives
into
those short guys a
sign-offs.
chance.
Let's
but
get into sign-offs. Let's get
the
into
offense is
sign-offs.
bad.
Let's get into sign-offs. Mike, you go first.
All right, I'm just going to keep it simple. Happy Gobble Gobble weekend. You can find me on Drop the Mic FF.
Hell yeah. Raj.
Find me on Twitter, Rumboyz Raj. Happy late Thanksgiving, you American fuckers.
You American.
It's TDS Taco, the Russell Wilson truther, saying, "Believe in Russ, baby. It's gonna be his week. He gonna carve up this defense." And you can find me at TDS Taco. Just letting y'all know.
Yo, and he was a serious Odell truther earlier in the show too.
Listen,
Let's not fucking forget that.
Let's not doubt Odell. He still got it coming.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Yo,
Does
hey, Maddie, let us know when you're back. We need you to balance out this fucking wild bunch.
Hey,
I don't know
Taco's
why
dead.
these are my friends, but they're my friends. Fucking John,
I don't
give us
have-
off.
Yo, I don't have a sign off. I just want the world
do
to
it.
remember how
Put it-
good this song is.
Hey,
Copyright.
Jam.
I think the echo gives the club feel.
Oh, it does, dude.
And every music video is in a fucking.
My sign off is go back and listen to Rhythm of the Night. If that song doesn't get pumped up, you got no pulse, man. You got no pulse.
Bro,
Russ is gonna listen to that before his game.
hey, if y'all have not, if you
You can
guys
listen
have
to it while the Bengals win.
like if you guys have not partied with John and I live and in person, Mike, I know that you have. Bro,
Yes,
I really
The
recommend
boy
it
likes to
you
drink.
guys. Yeah. Yo, we're so tearing a bar down with that song. We're not obviously we're not gonna carry, but we're gonna be like, yo, bartender.
No, yes, we are.
I might karaoke Rhythm
No,
of the
we
Night.
can get
Hell
enough
yeah, I
people.
might karaoke
We can get
Rhythms
enough
to the
people in
Night.
that building to do this song.
Dude, we
He's
put
about
any more
to
people in that
fucking
building,
know
we're gonna crush it. That building, dude. When people were jumping, when Herms was up there doing karaoke, and people were jumping around. I
Bro.
honestly looked at Robbie. I go, this bar might crumble. Like,
Yeah, yo, bro.
all the pieces.
Steven Roto did jump around. It got
It got
Yes, it got
wild.
dicey.
I
It
was
got
like-
dicey. It got
I
dicey.
literally, my half white side came out, and I was like, I looked around, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I was standing on the porch with Linda at that point, and my drink was standing on like the railing, and my drink almost fell off because like the whole place was rocking. I was like,
Yo,
dude, my
it's a
God.
vibe club night.
I was in the middle. I was in
Unreal.
the middle of the jumping section.
Listen,
Bro.
listen. We need to do this in New York, people. It's
Hold
gonna
on,
make
let's
it
go.
when I did
better.
California Love, when I did the California Love joint though, like,
Yeah.
oh,
We'll
that
come down to
shit
Florida.
was
Let's go
lit.
hit up Miami and go party in Miami.
Miami's not bad either.
Come down, man. I'm
Hey,
saying.
your sign
An
off.
hour drive from me.
Bang.
Yeah, catch me at PingsPigsFF on Twitter. Catch me on SportsMe, same handle. You can catch me on TikTok. I twerk a lot. It's crazy. It's wild.
Hey.
Both cheeks. Clap, 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 clap.
He said, "What if one cheek then the other cheek?" Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, FanXExpect.net. My last article for this fucking season, at least for this shit, will be over finally. And I go back to best ball, trades, and all that fun jazz. And then just catch me here. Even if I'm late, I'll pop in. I'll say hi. I'll talk about my cheeks clapping on TikTok. You know the usual.
Ass,
Surprisingly not sus.
It ain't sus. It's fucking norms.
Dude, have you fucking seen this show?
Bro, I'm saying Pang was pretty tame today. He wasn't making
Look.
too much.
Look, all right.
A little bit of sodomy
this.
here
I'll
and there.
say this. I'll say this, and I'll go ahead and drop a little quick nugget as we sign out. Okay, for those that haven't seen this show, okay, look, don't feel weird for watching this shit, because I'm gonna let y'all know now. Maddie B has checked it out. As a recent shout out to the homie, Pat Mayo, as a recent viewer. I don't know why y'all watch this shit. But you do, and you love it, and you keep coming back, and like you guys keep like you know,
It's because of us.
exactly. I mean, it's definitely because of us. It's definitely because of us. I mean, have you fucking seen how sexy you all look, gentlemen? Like when we get done with this broadcast, look yourselves in the mirror, remind yourselves of these 3 things, okay?
Yeah.
Every morning you wake up and you piss excellence. Then you shit superiority. And after that, remind yourself that your nuts are made of diamonds and can't nothing fucking stop you.
Damn, what am I, Russell Wilson?
As long as you remember those things, ain't no way. Hey, Isaiah 54:17, ain't no weapon formed against you can prosper.
I thought I was supposed to wake up and piss vinegar.
You can
And
piss
piss
vinegar.
fucking vinegar. And then
White
piss
vinegar.
Piss vinegar
Yo.
with your diamond nuts, out of your diamond nuts, bro.
Yo, piss and vinegar. I'm glad I could teach y'all something.
Oh my
That's
god.
real
He's like,
Boston
it's
right
so
there.
crazy.
That's
right
real
before-
Boston bullshit. That's some real Boston
That's
bullshit.
real Boston
You
right
wanna-
there.
Yo, you're in a bar and you're pissing vinegar. You better watch out. There's gonna be a
I'm
fight.
from New
going
York.
down.
I vaguely.
Is that what they tell you to do to pass
That's
drug
some
tests?
Boston
You got to
shit.
drink like
Hey.
all the fucking vinegar.
Y'all already
Yeah, that
know
could
the
work.
deal. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
In the words of Jay-Z, it's the Rumboyz. Yeah.